which will determine who tops the group. The losers will battle for survival. The victor of this match will then battle the loser from the winner's match to determine who progresses further in the tournament. The 2 teams from each group move on to the playoffs, where 8 teams will compete via sudden death, single elimination, and a best of 3. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be an exhilarating battle of skills, wits, and strategy to win through a best of 3 elimination process. And finally, we reach the grand finals, where our final top 2 teams of the series will battle for glory through a best of 5 elimination. Valorant Agents of India, will you and your team be the one that reigns supreme? It's time to power up.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
Users of Roblox are all around the world, and all of them expect the same level of experience.
The success of games is measured by how much can you keep users engaged.
Zoroark's mission is all about player experience first. Everything we do, the player is sort of core to our thinking.
ここ数年でリッチなユーザーエクスペリエンスを提供するために
If you don't want to worry and you don't want to think about things like asset delivery and the ability to have your connectivity between your devices and your servers as fast as you can, just go with Akamai.
Akamai gets into places and markets that other providers of similar services don't quite hit as easily.
その上で、アカマイさんのシステムを使うことで、大容量のセットを高速に配信させて、いただけているかなと思います。
The workflow without that, I'd probably have a lot more CDN support because the amount of capacity we'd need from the others wouldn't be there. There's one less problem we have to solve.
If Akamai wasn't around, we would probably have to multiply our team by I don't know what kind of factor and understand what we would need to do to replace what Akamai provides to us.
Can be caught off guard, and he does 1, 2. I don't know how he does it. He's gonna stick the defuse or not, because looks like the Omen is gonna stick the defuse, and it's Kappa to save the day.
This looks like Paradox will be stuck, but he will still get that kill flashed by the gear as well. The 3k for him, a 4k for him. The Storm Blades come out. Will he get this ace? Yes, he will.
बेहतरीन रन इट व्हाट जस्ट हैपेंड देयर थर्ड किल की कोशिश में यहाँ पे थर्ड किल के साथ क्या रॉसी यहाँ पे गेम खत्म करेंगे बिल्कुल रॉसी इज ऑन अनदर लेवल अब यहाँ पे फर्स्ट किल निकालने की कोशिश करते हुए रैंडम स्प्रिंट आते हुए फ्यूज यहाँ पे एक किल निकालेंगे फ्यूज यहाँ पे 2 शॉट 2 किल यहाँ निकालते हुए एज फ्यूज अनदर परफेक्ट
Even did the same amount of work here. Kone will be taking on Mitrasu. Here comes the party there.
pinch. Now, Showstopper is going to come in. Next guy gets cut down. That's going to be another. Hellfighter takes down Jackson work out here. 4 players still standing.
इंसान है वो डेफिनेटली बी की साइड पर ही है क्योंकि काफी बोर्ड आ चुके हैं फिलहाल यहाँ पर कोई स्टॉपर्स के साथ में, लेकिन कोई डैमेज नहीं यहाँ पर वेस्ट करा दी गई है। एक्सकैलिसी के साथ यहाँ पर है मैं डेली प्रोजेक्ट पर यहाँ पर खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। इसी के साथ एक्सकैली का भी कोई स्टॉपर आता हुआ एंड एट फॉर एक्सकैली एंड अभी आप देख सकते हैं 500 शाइल फिलहाल यहाँ पर ऑफ के साथ एंड कोलैटरल डैमेज वहाँ पर मिल।
Let's see what's going to happen in this one. वो लफ यहाँ पे होल्ड कर रहे हैं पोजीशन एक और। लफ यहाँ पे एक अच्छी पोजीशन लेते हुए कैमरा से उन्होंने वहाँ पे वीडियो बनाने की कोशिश करी।
क्रॉसर बिल्कुल एंगल पे गए बट क्या यहाँ पर काट कर पाएंगे नहीं।
ठीक जरूर किया, 2 किल निकालते हैं।
Oh my god, the blade storm adds a lot of pressure on the other players of कुछ भी he connects another. Oh, what is this? But creative template फिलहाल इस राउंड में खेल के लिए पाता है is on fire right now. Back to back.
Nothing to say, I ain't have words, I erupted in thunder and rain. If your man's strong, then why come he running away? It's just a game, but nobody coming to play. I'm less. Rise up though, all my people where you at, rise up though. Let's go, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, ride with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. With each day we wake up, we get stronger and stronger. It's our time now, yeah. Cause we warriors. Cause we warriors. Yeah, let's go, let's up. One time, go get it. It's yours, let's shine, come on. Cause we warriors. Yeah, we warriors.
Valorant Agents of India. Are you ready? The ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series is a tournament open to players of all skill levels. Whether you are an agent with competitive experience or not, this series is meant for you to test your skills and have fun. Agents will battle for a total prize pool of 7.5 lakhs and the title of Series 1 champions. It's time to power up. Let's break down the tournament format. At the beginning of the tournament, there will be 4 open qualifiers. In the qualifying rounds, players will go through a best-of-1 single elimination, battling their way up the ranks. Those ranked top 16 onwards of the qualifiers will face single elimination in a best-of-3 match. The top 4 teams from each qualifier will earn a spot in the group stage, resulting in a total of 16 teams. These teams will then be split into 4 groups, with 4 teams per group. Teams will then compete in a GSL format, where 2 opening matches are played. The winners will then battle in the winner's match, which will determine who tops the group. The losers will battle for survival. The victor of this match will then battle the loser from the winner's match to determine who progresses further in the tournament. The 2 teams from each group move on to the playoffs, where 8 teams will compete via sudden death, single elimination, in a best-of-3. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be an exhilarating battle of skills, wits, and strategy to win through a best-of-3 elimination process. And finally, we reach the grand finals, where our final top 2 teams of the series will battle for glory through a best-of-5 elimination. Valorant Agents of India, will you and your team be the one that reigns supreme? It's time to power up.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
Users of Roblox are all around the world, and all of them expect the same level of experience.
Well, the success of games is measured by how much can you keep users engaged.
So Riot's mission is all about player experience first. Everything we do, the player is sort of core to our thinking.
ここ数年で、リッチなユーザーエクスペリエンスを提供するために
If you don't want to worry and you don't want to think about things like asset delivery and the ability to have your connectivity between your devices and your servers as fast as you can, just go with Akamai.
Akamai gets into places and markets that other providers of similar services don't quite hit as easily.
その上で、アカマイさんのシステムを使うことで、大容量のセットを高速に配信させて、いただけているかなと。
The workflow without that, I'd probably have a lot more CDN support because the amount of capacity we'd need from the others wouldn't be there. There's one less problem we have to solve.
If Akamai wasn't around, we would probably have to multiply our team by I don't know what kind of factor and understand what we would need to do to replace what Akamai provides to us.
Can be caught off guard, and he does. 1, 2, I don't know how he does it. He's gonna stick the defuse or not, because looks like the Omen is gonna stick the defuse, and it's Kappa to save the day.
This looks like Paradox will be stuck, but he will still get that kill. Flashed by the here as well. The 3k for him, a 4k for him. The Storm Blades come out. Will he get this ace? Yes, he will.
बेहतरीन रन इट व्हाट जस्ट हैपेंड देयर थर्ड किल की कोशिश में यहाँ पे थर्ड किल के साथ क्या रॉसी यहाँ पे गेम खत्म करेंगे बिल्कुल रॉसी इज ऑन अनदर लेवल यहाँ पे फर्स्ट किल निकालने की कोशिश करते हुए रैंडम स्प्रिंट्स आते हुए फ्यूज यहाँ पे एक किल निकालेंगे फ्यूज यहाँ पे दो शॉट दो किल निकालते हुए एंड फ्यूज अनदर परफेक्ट
Even did the same amount of work here. Kone will be taking on Mitrasu. Here comes the party there. Pinch. Now, Showstopper is going to come in. Next guy gets cut down. That's going to be another. Hellfighter takes down Jackson work out here. 4 players still standing.
इंसान है वो डेफिनेटली बी की साइड पर ही है क्योंकि लगातार 4 आ चुके हैं फिलहाल यहाँ पर कोई स्टॉपर्स के साथ में लेकिन कोई डैमेज नहीं यहाँ पर वेस्ट करा दी गई है एक्सकैलिसी के साथ यहाँ पर है रेलिप्रेशन पर यहाँ पर खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं इसी के साथ एक्सकैली का भी तो स्टॉपर आता हुआ एंड एट फॉर एक्सकैली एंड अभी आप देख सकते हैं पांचों शाइल फिलहाल यहाँ पर ऑफ के साथ एंड कोलैटरल डैमेज वहाँ पर
लेट्स सी व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन इन दिस वन लफ यहाँ पे होल्ड कर रहे हैं पोजीशन एक और लफ यहाँ पे एक अच्छी पोजीशन लेते हुए कैमरा से उन्होंने वहाँ पे वीडियो बनाने की कोशिश करी
क्रॉसर बिल्कुल एंगल पे गए बट क्या यहाँ पर स्टार्ट कर पाएंगे नहीं
ठीक जरूर किया दो किल निकालते हैं ईगो
Oh my god, the blade storm forms a lot of pressure on the other players of which he connects another. Oh, what is this? But great is tempered. Flawless now. He's on fire right now. Back to back.
Nothing to say, I ain't have words, I erupted in thunder and rain. If your man's strong, then why call me running away? It's just a game, but nobody coming to play. I bless. Rise up though, all my people where you at, rise up though. Let's go, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shot, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, rock with it, it's yours, let's shot, come on. With each day we wake up, we get stronger and stronger. It's our time now.
Valorant Agents of India. Are you ready? The ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series is a tournament open to players of all skill levels. Whether you are an agent with competitive experience or not, this series is meant for you to test your skills and have fun. Agents will battle for a total prize pool of 7.5 lakhs and the title of Series 1 champions. It's time to power up. Let's break down the tournament format. At the beginning of the tournament, there will be 4 open qualifiers. In the qualifying rounds, players will go through a best-of-1 single elimination, battling their way up the ranks. Those ranked top 16 onwards of the qualifiers will face single elimination in a best-of-3 match. The top 4 teams from each qualifier will earn a spot in the group stage, resulting in a total of 16 teams. These teams will then be split into 4 groups, with 4 teams per group. Teams will then compete in a GSL format, where 2 opening matches are played. The winners will then battle in the winner's match, which will determine who tops the group. The losers will battle for survival. The victor of this match will then battle the loser from the winner's match to determine who progresses further in the tournament. The 2 teams from each group move on to the playoffs, where 8 teams will compete via sudden death, single elimination, in a best-of-3. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be an exhilarating battle of skills, wits, and strategy to win through a best-of-3 elimination process. And finally, we reach the grand finals, where our final top 2 teams of the series will battle for glory through a best-of-5 elimination. Valorant Agents of India, will you and your team be the one that reigns supreme? It's time to power up.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
Users of Roblox are all around the world, and all of them expect the same level of experience.
Well, the success of games is measured by how much can you keep users engaged.
So Riot's mission is all about player experience first. Everything we do, the player is sort of core to our thinking.
ここ数年で、リッチなユーザーエクスペリエンスを提供するために
If you don't want to worry and you don't want to think about things like asset delivery and the ability to have your connectivity between your devices and your servers as fast as you can, just go with Akamai.
Akamai gets into places and markets that other providers of similar services don't quite hit as easily.
その上で、アカマイさんのシステムを使うことで、大容量のセットを高速に配信させて、いただけてるかなと思います。
The workflow without that, I'd probably have a lot more CDN support because the amount of capacity we'd need from the others wouldn't be there. There's one less problem we have to solve.
If Akamai wasn't around, we would probably have to multiply our team by I don't know what kind of factor and understand what we would need to do to replace what Akamai provides to us.
Nova can be caught off guard, and he does 1, 2. I don't know how he does it. He's gonna stick the defuse or not, because looks like the Omen is gonna stick the defuse, and it's Kappa to save the day.
This looks like Paradox will be stuck, but he will still get that kill. Flashed by the here as well. The 3k for him, a 4k for him. The Stormblades come out. Will he get this ace? Yes, he will.
बेहतरीन रन इट व्हाट जस्ट हैपेंड देयर थर्ड किल की कोशिश में यहाँ पे थर्ड किल के साथ क्या रॉसी यहाँ पे गेम खत्म करेंगे बिल्कुल रॉसी इज ऑन अनदर लेवल यहाँ पे फर्स्ट किल निकालने की कोशिश करते हुए रैंडम स्प्रेस आते हुए फ्यूज यहाँ पे एक किल निकालेंगे फ्यूज यहाँ पे दो शॉट दो किल निकालते हुए एंड फ्यूज अनदर परफेक्ट
Even did the same amount of work here. Cone will be taking on Mitrasu. Here comes the party there. Pinch. Now, Showstopper is going to come in. Next guy gets cut down. That's going to be another. Hellfighter takes down Jackson work out here. 4 players still standing.
इंसान है वो डेफिनेटली बी की साइड पर ही है क्योंकि लगातार 4 आ चुके हैं फिलहाल यहाँ पर कोई स्टॉपर्स के साथ में लेकिन कोई डैमेज नहीं यहाँ पर वेस्ट करा दी गई है एक्सकैलिसी के साथ यहाँ पर है मैं रेलिब्रेशन पर यहाँ पर खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं इसी के साथ एक्सकैली का भी कोई स्टॉपर आता हुआ एंड एट फॉर एक्सकैली एंड अभी आप देख सकते हैं पांचों शाइल फिलहाल यहाँ पर ऑफ के साथ एंड कोलैटरल डैमेज वहाँ पर
लेट्स सी व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन इन दिस वन वो लफ यहाँ पे होल्ड कर रहे हैं पोजीशन एक और लफ यहाँ पे एक अच्छी पोजीशन लेते हुए कैमरा से उन्होंने वहाँ पे वीडियो बनाने की कोशिश करी
क्रॉसर बिल्कुल एंगल पे गए बट क्या यहाँ पर स्टार्ट कर पाएंगे नहीं
पीक जरूर किया दो किल निकालते हैं
Oh my god, the blade storm puts a lot of pressure on the other players off which he connects another. Oh, what is this? But great is temper. Flawless now. He's on fire right now. Back to back.
Nothing to say, I ain't have words, I erupted in thunder and rain. If your man's strong, then why call me running away? It's just a game, but nobody coming to play. I bless. Rise up though, all my people where you at, rise up though. Let's go, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, rock with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. With each day we wake up, we get stronger and stronger. It's our time now, yeah. Cause we warriors. Cause we warriors. Yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Cause we warriors. Yeah, we warriors.
Valorant Agents of India. Are you ready? The ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series is a tournament open to players of all skill levels. Whether you are an agent with competitive experience or not, this series is meant for you to test your skills and have fun. Agents will battle for a total prize pool of 7.5 lakhs and the title of Series 1 champions. It's time to power up. Let's break down the tournament format. At the beginning of the tournament, there will be 4 open qualifiers. In the qualifying rounds, players will go through a best-of-1 single elimination, battling their way up the ranks. Those ranked top 16 onwards of the qualifiers will face single elimination in a best-of-3 match. The top 4 teams from each qualifier will earn a spot in the group stage, resulting in a total of 16 teams. These teams will then be split into 4 groups, with 4 teams per group. Teams will then compete in a GSL format, where 2 opening matches are played. The winners will then battle in the winner's match, which will determine who tops the group. The losers will battle for survival. The victor of this match will then battle the loser from the winner's match to determine who progresses further in the tournament. The 2 teams from each group move on to the playoffs, where 8 teams will compete via sudden death, single elimination, in a best-of-3. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be an exhilarating battle of skills, wits, and strategy to win through a best-of-3 elimination process. And finally, we reach the grand finals, where our final top 2 teams of the series will battle for glory through a best-of-5 elimination. Valorant Agents of India, Will you and your team be the one that reigns supreme? It's time to power up.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
Users of Roblox are all around the world.
Apply now at redbullcampusclutch.com.
Yeah, right. There's nothing to say, oh God, nothing to say. I ain't have words, I erupted in thunder and rain. If your man's strong,
One down, and it's the last one.
He'll get another one under the...
And he can make it.
let's go.
Oh my God, man! It's
यहाँ पर एक ओपनिंग करके बिल
Moving on, pull by. Oh my, what?
Yeah, let's go. Raise up, that's right. Ride with it, it's yours. Let's shine, come on.
Goes in for that attack. And Yeoman, what a shot!
And then the
this
4K for a
is.
coup. Oh my God!
Yeah, cause we warriors. Cause we warriors.
Spike has been initiated.
Whoa! Who's gonna knife him?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Cause we warriors. Yeah, we warriors.
$1,024 teams started off. We have secured our top 7 teams. And now today we are going to get the final team, which will be moving into the playoffs. Welcome to the ESPL Valorant PowerUp. My name is Captain Price. With me today is Dinker once again. So Dinker, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing amazing, and reaching milestone has always been one of the tasks that we have been able to do. Thank you so much for welcoming me, as we'll be looking at the last spot here in the playoffs. 7 teams have already gone in. Now it will be about the 8th team who will make it. The lower bracket semi-finals and finals will be happening. First, we'll be having the first 2 teams who will be fighting it off for the team who actually lost in the upper bracket finals yesterday. So let's see how it goes. It is going to be a day full of action. 2 games lined up, 2 best of 3s, I would say, lined up for us. Let's see how it goes for all the teams.
Well, indeed, I expect nothing less than absolute madhouse of a competition this afternoon, because the teams that are playing in front of us, they really need to step up. This is the final slot into the playoffs of the ESPL Valorant PowerUp, and I believe that they are going to show us something that they probably haven't shown us so far. Well, Team Tamilas, Team Mages and Team Fangs, all of the 3 teams, only 1 slot remaining. I believe it's going to be a much more exciting and astonishing day than we have ever seen before in this particular tournament.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. As Team Tamilas, they were very close to actually booking that spot for the finals yesterday, but unfortunately were not able to meet the ends. But today they do have a chance. They'll have to wait for the finals to come in. But right now, talking about the semi-finals itself, Team Fangs, they leave no stone unturned if they want to go in towards the finals here. They'll try their best as well. Yesterday we saw a lot of moments where it was looking like they are going to go away with the match, but unfortunately they were not able to continue on the momentum. They were not able to ride on those opportunities that came in their back in early in the game. So let's see if they have worked on it, if they have the potential to actually show up what they've got, because sometimes we have seen that on a given day you're not able to just go in and deliver when it matters the most, but on the other day you are just looking like something else. In some teams it's like they are off and on in a round or two and then they come back, but for some teams it's like a complete day. So I do feel that Fangs, they'll be coming back much more stronger, and the other team, they'll have to do a lot more if they want to beat them today.
Well, indeed, and talking about the legacy that has been set in the entire group stages, in Group A and Group C, we have seen the team which actually got downed by, a much more stronger team into the upper brackets. They came back, they won both the matches of the lower brackets, and now are chilling, sitting with all the other rest of the 5 teams into the playoffs here. Well, today I want to see a team like Team Tamilas or Team Mages or the other team which is there in front of us, Team Fangs, one of them, if they're able to do it again. Of course, it is going to be either Mages or Team Tamil or Team Fangs here who will be able to do that, and they need to put up a great show this particular afternoon. Well, talking about the prize pool, 7.5 lakhs at stake, and we have 4 shares of that huge amount. Dinker, please tell the shares to our audiences.
So it's going to be the first place who's going to go away with 4 lakh rupees. Second place gets a total of 2 lakh. Third place and fourth place are going to get 75,000 each. A lot of money coming in, but it's also about the title for which these teams are fighting for. Going away, in a tournament where more than thousand teams participated, you want to win that. You want to make your name. This is where you can do. This is where things can change for you. Let's see how that works out as these teams will be fighting off against each other today for this prize pool and the title as well.
Well, indeed, the title will be definitely one of the things I believe the teams will be vouching for more than, the prize pool here. Because, see, I'd put it this way, that 4 lakh rupees, it's a huge amount. Like, if you ask me, if someone would be, like, probably donating me, which is never going to happen. We all know that. Like, giving me 4 lakh rupees, I'd probably just, cling on to the person for the rest of my life. But coming about the teams, they will be recognized by not the money they make, by the titles that they secure for their team and for themselves. And I'm really looking forward to which team is going to be in the finals, coming out as the champions. However, it's not the people, the teams. The teams are not going to just be the ones who will be just winning the prizes here. The people who are watching the stream, the audience who are coming in every day, showing love and support for the teams here, they also get something to walk away with. Well, it's not going to be everyone. It's going to be a few lucky of the people who is going to win one set of grand prize, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4 rewards. Well, let me just tell you the rewards. The rewards will be including in the grand prize all of these: Alloy Origins keyboard, Cloud Core 7.1, Pulse Fire Core and Fury Ultra RGB, courtesy to our peripheral partner HyperX. Of course, we have more partners involved in this particular tournament here. Tech partner Akamai Technologies, broadcasting partner LOCO, production partner SkyEsports India, media partner TalkEsport, and the country partner as PFG Esports. Well, it's going to be a big day that we have, and it's going to be the last day of the group stages. Nicker, what do you think? Like, what can be the ideal, scenario in the group stages? I personally think that 6 matches played, like 3 from the first set, 3 from the second one, should be the ideal group stage that we are going to witness here.
Yes, but talking about the stats itself, in the past few days, we haven't seen 3-round games coming up. So let's see if that will continue here as well, because teams, they haven't been able to come back from where they start, because teams who have been winning, from the get-go, they are able to continue with that momentum. But if you talk about the teams who have lost the first round, even if they put up a very good fight in the second round, they were not able to actually get things done in their favor. It's always them losing. So let's see how that works out, as we'll be looking at the top 8 teams who are trying to move in. The 8th team is still yet to be decided, as we'll be looking back to today, the semifinals and finals, and then we'll have the last team coming up as well. So we have Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D ready. Top 8. Group D is kind of half ready right now, as Godlike Esports have already made it into the finals just by the win yesterday, as we'll be looking at the last team. Where it will be going in: Global Esports, Team Mahi, Inglu, Tempest, Reckoning Esports, Enigma Gaming and Godlike Esports, your 7 finalists, and we still are waiting for the 8th one.
Well, I believe since the lower bracket finals of Group B, we haven't seen any particular set go into a three-match, scenario. Because Group C, I remember upper brackets everywhere. It was a 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Enigma Gaming defeating the remaining two teams in the lower brackets in a 2-0, 2-0. Then coming in Godlike, along with all the three teams that are still remaining to put up a fight this afternoon. Everyone has always lost or won by a 2-0 scoreline. I'm really looking forward to see this particular afternoon go into a three-match show, and if it does, I'm not going to be shocked at all. However, it's going to be a challenge, a bit more challenging on the top of Team Fangs and Team Mages, because they need to fight out against each other and then move on and fight against Team Tamilas. Well, I believe most of the teams here do come up with pre-made strategies before the matches, and that is one thing that Team Mages and Fangs need to be careful about, that they do not show the strategy or to our Team Tamilas. And I don't think Team Tamilas actually need to worry about whatever strategies Team Fangs and Mages are going to come up with, because they know they are capable of moving on forward. And this match, particularly the match of Team Tamilas versus XYZ, who was going to win the first lower bracket survival match and then play the lower bracket finals, I think will be one of the most favorite plus one of the most exciting matches that we have ever seen. Let me just tell you that we had an ongoing poll in every set of the qualifiers, in every set of the group stages that we've had, and the percentage says that Mages has secured only 5% of votes from the audience on the poll here. However, Team Fangs, they have secured 16%, but a striking 78% votes say that Team Tamilas will be the team who move in to the group stages, to the playoffs. So what do you think, Dinkar? This particular, people supporting Team Tamilas, is Team Tamilas that going to be that team who actually move into the playoffs?
We'll have to wait for that, because the numbers, if we talk about the polls, it actually tells you how many fans you have and how many people are supporting you. Other than that, I do feel that in the game, the players are going to be the difference maker. Team Fangs, even if they have got only 5% of the vote, it doesn't take out the fact that they are a very good team. They'll be coming up with the 100% Team Mages as well. They'll be coming up with strong gameplays, and Team Tamilas as well, irrespective of how many votes they have got, they'll be going all in this game. They'll be trying their best to actually win the finals and make a place in the playoffs. But right now, talking about the map selection which has come in on our screens, it's going to be Ascent first, then Bind, then Icebox. Haven has been banned by Team Fangs. Split has been banned by Team Mages. So yeah, this is going to be the flow of the game. Ascent and Bind, two of the sure map, but the third map, Icebox, we'll have to wait and see if it is going to come up on our screens or not.
Well, one more thing, Dinker, it's that Haven and Split, both these maps, we haven't seen a lot of them in the past 2 days here. I remember on the lower brackets matches of Group C, there was no Haven, there was no Split coming in yesterday. Upper bracket matches, we did not see a single match go into Split or Haven. However, there were map selections coming in from those two into these both of the maps that have been banned this afternoon in the first BO3. However, Team Fangs, I believe they are still not confident as to play on Haven, or they do not want to reveal their strategies, because Haven is one pick that Team Mahi or Global wants to, really move on with. Probably Fangs is thinking that they are going to move on forward and get a shot at, challenging Team Mahi or Global. Well, that's another scenario how you put it through to the audience here. Split, however, is a very popular map that has been played, however, has been banned by Mages. Ascent, as we all know, this map has been mostly played in throughout the tournament. This is one of the mostly played maps here, and if not the mostly played, if I'm not at all mistaken, I believe we have seen Ascent around 10 to 15 times already in the group stages, and I'm not going to be shocked if there's another miraculous team coming in and winning this map again. However, both the teams, Fangs and Mages, they are fighting for that last slot. I believe they'll be, probably trying to come in and dominate over the other team. What do you think, Dinker? Which team has more chances of qualifying? We saw how, dominating Team Fangs can be. We saw how Team Mages can make a comeback against a strong team such as Godlike. But then in the end, it was quite, I'd say frisky performances coming in, and it was Team Godlike who went into the group stages already.
Yeah, they went in, and they went in style. They just rammed in through Team Tamilas, and they made a spot in the finals. But now talking about, if you talk about the maps, Ascent has been one of the picks that has been coming up time and time again. Not really surprised to see Haven and Split banned, just because of the fact that these if you talk about the maps, these two heavily favor one side. If you talk about Haven, it heavily favors the attacker side, and Split, it heavily favors the defender side. While on the other maps, if you talk about the effect, it's not that much as compared to these maps. So not really surprised. It is going to be an even battle on both the sides, because if you talk about Haven, at points, even if two teams are balanced, the teams who starts on attack first, they definitely, you'll see a scoreline of around 9-3 sometimes, irrespective of the skill set these teams carry. Now same can be said about Split as well. If you take two teams, if they are evenly balanced, and all of a sudden you put them in the Split map, the team on the defender side, you might just see a scoreline of 10-2, and you're like, what is happening here? I didn't expect 10-2 gameplay from these sides, because it has happened in the past as well. So not really surprised to see both the sides banning those kinds of maps, Haven and Split, out. So Ascent and Bind, again, there will be a slight favor, but not that much. If you can get the first pick, if you can come with the first blood, things will get easier for you. It doesn't matter which map it is. Ace and Bind, again, these kinds of maps, they can be dominated by you. If you have a lot of space to play around with, if you have players positioned at the right angle, doesn't matter if you're on the attackers or defender side. If you have two players picking two different angles at the same time, it's all about those duels. It's all about the gun game that will come in at that point of time. So yeah, you won't be heavily favored by irrespective of the side you're playing on. So a very good choice being made here, but let's see how Ascent goes in, as it will be the first map. So and I guess who was starting on attackers? Maybe it was Team Fangs who was starting on attacker. I'm not really sure, but we'll have to wait for that.
Well, indeed, and talking about, gun games here, I believe mostly the players that are playing every day in front of us, they really want to take the gun game. Like we all know, utilities can be very, very harassing and very, predominant at certain situations. For example, the paint shell from the Raze, then the Killjoy lockdown, they are key factors to actually proceed you into the round. However, when it comes to a 1v1, I don't think there's any possible, ability or utility that you have which can shut down player at one shot here. However, there's just one particular thing. Don't mention it. The Raze has it. We all know the showstopper. One shot by that, if you are in range of that huge, area of effect damage that it produces, you're dead. But I have seen players, who actually take down the ulted Raze, and that's very, very interesting thing to watch here. So then, what do you think? Like at this stage of the game, we all know how important the utility usage will be coming in, but still, the gun game, I think it's still very, prudent and predominant at the same time, according to all these players that we have seen.
Yeah, Raze, again, it's going to be one of those agents which can actually get you kills even before you are going in. So the supreme art of fire, if you ask me, it's to subdue the enemy without even fighting. So it's the same thing with the Raze. You don't even need to peek too much. You just peek a little, throw your paint shell in, throw your boombot in, and you'll be able to get that kill. So that I do feel that there is no other agent which can actually do that other than this Raze. Then yes, you do have the Killjoy utilities who can land you kill, but there is no that kind of a surety coming in from the Raze. One paint shell, you can clear the complete hookah. One good paint shell in the right angle, and you'll be able to do that. So yeah, it will come in. And if you talk about the Western side right now, the Western countries, they are only playing with one duelist. The meta from last 2 months, it's kind of one duelist play, irrespective of the map. It's Ascent, Wine, even on Haven. I was very, very surprised to see teams going in with one duelist. And when it comes to that duelist, it was always the Raze, because when they actually decrease the duelist factor, you can have a Breach and Brim, both of them on the same side. You can have a Brim and Omen on the same side if you delete that one duelist. So that gives you a lot of options. So yeah, so that's what, if teams had to choose only one duelist, and that with that being Raze and from these professional players, so that kind of tells you why Raze is so much preferred over other duelists, and that is going to come in again. And with now Reyna being nerfed, it is actually going to increase that potential Raze coming in time and time again. Let's see how that pans out, because if you talk about meta, according to the map, according to the region, it changes a lot. There was a time where we were seeing in the Western sides, we were seeing a lot of Sage meta coming in. It was all Sage in every map. Then it completely vanished. All of a sudden, we do have a little less of Sage coming in, because when it comes to Sage, yes, you have the Resurrection, but you'll have that around twice maybe in one half. Then then there is the healing factor. But when it comes to these professional players, they won't give you the time to heal. When it's a duel, it's either a do or die situation. Either they'll kill you. Yes, there are a few sneak peeks, quick peeks coming in, but it will take those only small peeks to actually take you out. So yeah, so that will come in. So let's see what the selections are going to be from the teams today, as we'll be moving on to Ascent very quickly. Won't be surprised if after some time we keep seeing one duelist play coming in, because right now in the Indian region we are seeing 3 duelists coming in irrespective of the map. So duelists are increasing here. So maybe a 3 duelist in this game as well if they want to play aggressively. I won't be surprised by that as well.
What about 5 duelists? Like we know that now the game has 5 duelists, so people might be just
Yeah,
going wild and thinking about they may be just thinking, they may be trying to have some fun. For example, if it were probably Team Mahi against you, me, and the other casters, probably they will come in with 5 duelists, just shut us down and say, hey, just don't try this in front of us, all right? We know what we are doing. We can take you down with anything we have. But it's not going to be easy at this stage of the competition, because now Team Fangs and Team Mages, both of the teams, they probably are going to move in with the usual setup here. Preferably Killjoy or a Cypher, then a Noman or a Brimstone. These 2 things will be an optional situation that they have. Otherwise, I believe one initiator can be sacrificed for a Sage. However, not having Sova in bind or Asen can be a little bit of a tricky situation that you have. You will not be having the information that you need to enter sites, and that is so crucial. Well, talking about, the NA brackets that we were talking about a little while ago, I believe the teams can really learn a lot about what's going on in the World Championships, because we all know in the local tournaments in your respective regions, in your cities, or in your states, it's on, I believe, a 5% competition basis that we have. On the national level, it's, I'd say, at a 70, maybe a 60 or a 70%. But when you move into the global championship, it's way off the charts. You'll not expect something. Then I was watching, I believe, TSM versus Team Genji. Oh, sorry, it was not Team TSM. It was 100 Thieves versus Team Genji. What they did, 100 Thieves Hiko using shock darts to, just hold down the other things. It's so very interesting thing to watch here.
Yeah, it's very interesting as we are looking at the picks right now. For we were looking at the picks right now. We were looking at the picks now.
Looking
now we
indeed.
are not. So yeah, those picks will come back very soon. What happened was what happened. Anyways,
what happened was what happened.
Yeah, we'll be looking at the picks right now. Raze will be coming in without any issues. Yeah, that is going to come in. Let's see what the picks are.
Well, nothing happened now. That's so very interesting. Well, B2 again coming in with the Reyna. Not very shocking, because B2 was the only Reyna pick coming in. I mean, B2 was the only guy picking up the Reyna even after the nerf, and that was on Asen previously. And now coming in, B2 will be again moving out with the Reyna, and I really want to see this team shine with this particular agent here, because we know how crucial the Reyna can be in when she's having the Empress on, and she can just shut down multiple players. However, it will be a very tricky thing to take down Mages, because Mages, what we have seen from them, Namedas always coming in with the Viper, is a very, very smart move. People don't expect the Viper. People do not know how to counter, its ultimate. However, you have a Killjoy to work with, so we know how it works, right? That's, I believe, the basic, lockdown that you can have against the Viper's ultimate. Although you need to get it ready before the Viper ults, so that's something we need to watch out for. Well, besides that, I believe it's going to be a clean fight. I believe it's going to be a sheer, I'd say close competition between these 2 teams in the first game here.
Yep, we'll be seeing that. Let's see how that works out, as we'll be looking at the first game here. The first round, both the teams will be trying to get the early advantage. Both the teams will be trying to get the initial advantage here, as we are looking at the side of the attackers, Mages, who they only have one frenzy right now. The other still going in with those classics. They have invested on those light shields which are coming in from their side, but on the other side of Fangs, you look at them, the ghosts are coming out rather very early. Let's see how that works out for them.
Indeed, and
Fangs
as you
B2,
can see, this is
yep.
Yeah, that's going to be an A execute. Because we all know that the first round is always an A execute, but the Killjoy is smart enough from the defending side to set up on A, and now you can see the Raze Boomerang will be coming in. The tailwind from the Jet is used immediately to get into sight. However, the Viper's screen will be I believe it's an unusual trick that you have to just hold players not able to push in. However, now Diffuse has to play off in a post-plan situation. He is watching for those flanks coming in. It's not just one, it's 2 players coming in the flank here, and Diffuse will be having a hard time shutting both of them down. Well, he will be dinking him a little bit. However, B2 will be securing that frag here. Now down to 4 players. Mages will be probably having, a retake. Team Fangs here will be having a retake enabled. Bodaf will be taking a Maverick. Smoker will be taking one as Kohli will be cleaning things up. 10 seconds after, the fight actually got started, the round's over. Kohli with the defuse, they will be securing the first round. Defenders, good start. Mages, well tried. You can do better. Let's see how the things will be happening when we have Vandals and Phantoms coming in from both of the teams.
Yeah, Fangs actually played this really beautifully. They allowed the Viper to come in, and then Viper was able to deny the sides, but at the same time, Team Fangs actually allowed the side control to the Mages. Now, as soon as the plant happened, Team Mages planted themselves at the usual positions, and Team Fangs was able to come off with a beautiful retake to go away with the round as they get the lead in the get-go, as they'll be looking at the second round right now. The Spectres in the hands of Fangs. Let's see if they'll need to upgrade in the next one, or they are going to go in with the Spectre in the next one as well, as Ochimaru will be trying to peek those aggressive angles. Fangs P2 on the other end is trying to play it a little aggressively as well. Omen is playing the A right now, will try to fall back as quickly as possible. We are seeing a mid split coming in from the side of Mages. They have the Jet position in the mid. Maverick will spot him out, will go for the spray, but unfortunately won't be able to get that shot connected as the Jet lingering around the areas of mid. The smoke comes out from the side of Fangs again, completely blocking out the catwalk region, again denying the sides to the side of Mages. So perfectly played so far by the side of Fangs, but again they have given up on the B side. It might just be the B control which can go in the hands of Mages, but at the same time the Killjoy utilities will be able to delay the push for a little while. Trixie comes up again. Viper will be trying to do the same thing which they did on the A side. Again the same kind of strategy coming in, but will we see the same kind of result? Cactus this time is trying to push in aggressively. He's not allowing the full side control. He gets one. Maverick couples it up with another, and now all of Team Mages has been surrounded by the likes of Team Fangs. It is a 5v3 and Kohli will spot one. He'll land one more headshot. Smoke. He couples it up with one more as Fangs P2 is going to clear up the complete site. Another defuse, another retake. Beautifully played by Fangs again.
Well, I'd say, it's so very appeasing to watch how Fangs play. Well, it's not just a flawless, it's a team ace. So good of a team coming in after getting down 2-0 yesterday. Well, Team Fangs have definitely developed now. Team Fangs need to be careful as they will be carrying on with the Spectres, and Team Mages, they will be having their Vandals and Phantoms. Well, we all know what the Vandals can do. One tap to the head, you're dead. We all know what the Phantoms can do. One tap to the head at close range, you're dead. However, the Killjoy playing really smartly, and I believe that's what we expect out of Kohli. This guy, he is the savior of the day. Every time you need, him to shine, he will be. But let's find out where the third round is going to play off. I believe it's going to be an A execute as the Sova is looking for... Okay, it's not the Sova, it's the Jet, I believe, who's looking for a recon dart. However, he'll be disappointed as Bodaf will be trying to come in slow and probably catch one player off guard trying to push up from A main.
Yeah, I really love how the Omen from the side of Fangs is able to get the attraction, to get the attention on from the other side, and he's able to actually distract the other side, and his team is able to take the side control as well. As the shock dart will come in, unfortunately, will be missing out on the operation. I guess no damage was done, was not able to see that, as it is going to be Nebdas who will try to rush in onto the A side. This might just be an A execute with Raze trying to give up some information on the B side, but the sides have been blocked. Again, even playing very smart on the side of Fangs, even if he has not been able to land a lot of kills, but he's controlling the game right now by just the usage of smokes, and he's sending them very early, so that allows him to actually recharge that very quickly. As Ochimaru, will he check that angle? That still remains a question, as B2 is playing it very, very slowly, not peeking. On the other side, we have Orochimaru, who kind of expects that angle. The Spectre is not going to do any kind of damage, as Trixie with the Phantom is going to stand tall. Again, the Viper is going to block the side, is going to deny the side. Redfield goes for that very quick plant. The retake is coming in from the side of Team Fangs, but unfortunately this time they don't have the numbers to play around with. They've already lost a player, which kind of which will be haunting them in the later run. If they do lose a player here, they are going to be in a lot of trouble, as the Maven angle is being peaked by 3 players, if I'm not wrong. There are a couple of players coming in from the garden as well, but they need to get rid of the Sage Wall. The Sage Wall has actually bought them a lot of time. This is what Sage can do to you, as Mages has played this perfectly, but Maverick comes up with one. Cactus gets one more. Trixie comes up with another. The Omen will be the last man surviving. Unfortunately, won't be able to get the job done, as it is going to be Mages coming up with a perfect comeback, gets the first round.
Well, I believe Diffuse really messed up the Vandal spray. However, the power that the Vandal provides over the Spectre, it's really so, it's so very powerful that even when you have a Spectre in your hands, you will be having a much more rate of fire than the Vandal has. The damage output from the Vandal will be shutting you down. Diffuse did it once to the entering Jet there. Smoker was taken down, but when Cactus came in with his Spectre, I believe he didn't have enough HP to work with. The round finally went into the hands of Mages. Mages will be concerned about what they are trying to give off here, as there will be a full buy coming in from Team Fangs here. Team Fangs will be concerned as what they are trying to do here, because now after one round is given off, if it still paves off according to how it has started off in the first 3 rounds, we will be having a total of 12 rounds, no doubt about that, in the initial stage in the first half of the game. If it's still a 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, a series followed throughout the first half, Mages will still be having 4 rounds. Remember, Dinker, yesterday we saw Team Godlike, they had secured only 4 rounds on attack. And as they switched over to defense, they were just coming back into it. They just won. And that might be the situation that Team Mages has to face off, once again. Let's find out what they will be doing in the 4th round, as all the players will be having their Vandals and Phantoms to play with, although there's one Bulldog buy, if I noticed it correctly.
Yep, very aggressive peaks coming in this time, as Sova will be trying to scan this area out, will be trying to get this information. But look at Namedas, he's waiting for that peak from the side of Team Fangs. Team Fangs, they don't need to play it aggressively. They already have a lead in their favor. If they lose this one, it's going to actually hamper their economy as well. So they need to play it a little lightly, I would say. They need to play it a little more cautiously, as Smokey is again going for that aggressive pick, but the other side of Max, they are all ready for it. They are not giving away this fight. They are not going to give away this duel, as the Omen will again try to block those sides. On the other side, we have Killjoy again holding on to the B sides rather very aggressively. He has all the utilities planted very beautifully. Let's see if he'll be able to get anything out of it, as Trixie will be actually joining his teammate in the run for the mid control, as the mid control still hasn't been given away. The Killjoy on the other side, I can still feel Team Fangs is actually giving away the side to the likes of Mages. They're asking them to plant and then actually give away all their positions. And then Team Fangs, they know that the retake on the B side becomes kind of easier, if you ask me, if you have the numbers advantage. And Team Fangs, they are doing exactly the same thing, as Orochimaru again. This time, he's not going in. This time, he's trying to play it on the outside. He's trying to get things done, as Trixie will be looking for a backstab here. He's looking for that kill.
No, Trixie.
Oh, unfortunate, very unfortunate, as Mages is going to get taken down. The first player already down. It's down to a 5v4 situation. The Cloudburst comes out as well. The Sage Wall again coming in handy for the side of Mages, as the lockdown is going to come in from the defender side to get the side control. Now, Team Mages, what will they do now? They have to come out. They have to get the side control. Every gets the best.
God.
Couple. Vodaf goes down. Orochimaru fights us as well. And again, Fangs is able to get the retake in their favor. Amazing.
Well, that's the lockdown for you. It gets your job done. And the position where the lockdown was initiated was a very safe one. You initiate the lockdown behind the switch onto the side of the mid-market. I believe that is a position that entirely covers your B side. And the way the defense was set up, like I believe I saw Maverick and Smoker holding down CT, not allowing anyone to come through that position into the wall of, into the wall that was created by the attacking team. Well, that's where the game changed. However, if those 2 players were allowed to go on into CT and then, come back at a later time, they would have been able to secure that round. Now, Mages need to be concerned, as their economy is slowly fading, and it's going to be a little bit of a frisky situation if Team Mages give away this round. Now, it's going to be an A execute. Bleepil are walking in from 3. Trixie, being very aggressive, will be taking 1. B2 will be smartly trading off 1. Not just 1, but 2, as he'll be taking the 3rd down. Diffuse, however, will be taking down Namedas, and Namedas will be revived. It's a 3v3 to make it work. Namedas will be secured. Namedas will be going down for the 2nd time in the round, courtesy of Diffuse. Now, it's going to be Diffuse stuck in a very, very tricky corner inside 3, as 2 players will be surrounding him. Okay, it's going to be 1 player, as he will be walling off A side, and from behind, Cactus will be almost taking him down.
Yep, again, the side control is going to be in the hand of Mages, as he's going to land that kill onto Maverick. Again, evening out the numbers here, but is it enough, as the spike has been planted? They expect the players to come in from this side. Boref, he's waiting for the players to give an unnecessary peek here. Cactus and the Killjoy will be peeking the same angle. Not the best choice, I would say. But will it work out? It still remains a question, as Kohli He's going to get all the angles. The Omen comes out, gets one, swings wide as Kohli is going to get the retake in his favor as we are down to 1v1. The trades favoring no one here, but the time is actually favoring the side of Mages. Is he going? Yes, he goes, and he conquers Fuse, as it is going to be Kohli who will actually land that perfect shot right on the head. Will go for the defuse as well. And now I was kind of unsure if two people peeking the same angle when it's a 2v2 is the right choice or not. But Kohli proving me wrong, going away with the win, going away with the the 2K as well. I guess it was where he was able to change things up for his team. Perfect play by Kohli this time.
Well, I'd say the beautiful thing that Kohli did there was setting up the turret giving away the information and acting as a distraction was the best thing that he could do. And like I told you, Kohli will be there when you need him to shine. A 1v1, you need Kohli, he's going to be there. 4 rounds already in favor of Team Fangs here. 3 points lead secured after a total of 5 rounds played. Orochimaru will be triggering his Blade Storm. Will he be able to catch one? We will find out, as Smoka will be picking up the operator. And, might be shattering the dreams of few players trying to perform in this round from Team Mages.
Yep, as the players are going to come in from the A lobby this time. Fangs, B2, Smokey is actually ready with his operator. B2, he needs to get things done here, but Maverick will come in from the garden. He's going to get a couple here. What a perfect play. I did think Maverick is actually going to play as a distraction here. B2 goes for that wild swing. He's going to miss out, but Maverick, he's going to hold his ground. He gets a 3K here, completely denting the side of Mages as Fangs is again looking for that retake. Mages, they are able to plant time and time again, but the defense, the post-plant situation, it hasn't been in their favor as Fangs. They always swing wide, they always go for the peaks, and it has always worked in their favor as the operator. It's going to get lost as Maverick will be going in for the shock dart. Kohli couples it up with a few shots as again, it's going to be the Raze, the last man standing, Trixie with the Sheriff. And it's the only gun in his hand as the boom bot might just come out. Oh yeah, right opportunity for Trixie to get the thing done. He lands a few bullets. I guess the damage was done a little, but unfortunately since the numbers were not in their favor, he's going to go down. And another round in the bag of Team Fangs. Still a bit of time left. So yeah, they're going to go away with another 4-point lead in their favor. Team Mages, they need to do something. They are losing a lot of numbers in the starting. They're all peeking the same angle right from the start, right from the get-go. You would see all these players going in from the mid, trying to peek the garden angle. And there was just the Sova, I guess, who was able to land all those kills, who was actually able to completely dent the side of Mages. And they were not able to recover from that. So let's see if they have any response, because if they're not able to come back in the next few rounds, the game might just go away from them.
I'll tell you one thing, Dinkar. It's the fact that Team Fangs is playing together is much more, beneficial. But I'd give the credits to Mages as well for the previous round, because they were able to pull off the defuse even on an eco round. Now it's a full buy coming in for them. The Omen is looking in the wrong direction. However, after, inflicting his Dark Shadow, Dark Cover, he will be coming in, securing one, going for a double Trixie. However, will be trading him down. 89 HP to work with. The Boom Buddy will be clearing spots as B2 will be coming aggressive from A main and getting the Spike Carrier down. Well, another player has been dented off the HP and will be healed back by the Sage. As you can see, this is going to be a very, very crucial round for Mages, but an unfortunate one too. Yep. As one of the players is now not having any shields. One of the players has been down, not one, but just 2 players have been down. And look at Team Fangs, they're looking so strong. They don't need to leave side. The Reina is watching the spike, and unless Kohli just, comes back from mine, he's going to give up the information that there's one player stepping in. And look at him. The comms were immediately given, and the Reina gets another. However, B2 is going for another frag, and as you can see, there will be 2 players now watching mid as the Sage will be taken down. It's all down to Namedas. Where is he? Where is he lurking around? Well, he seems to be near CT as he's going to be cleaned up by Kohli. Another round for Team Fangs. 6-1. Definitely much stronger than what they were yesterday.
Yep, again, the same thing coming in. Team Mages were looking to go from the mid side, but this time Team Fangs were much more aware. Even when they are winning, you can see them trying to read onto the strategies of Team Mages. This time, they sent in the Reina, who was able to actually land that kill onto the spike controller, and as soon as the spike went down, you could see the players from Team Fangs coming in from the B lobby, and then a player coming in from the top mid, then Market being picked as well. Then Reina was holding that angle well, and then, as you said, the communication was just too good from the side of Team Fangs. As we are looking at Team Mages, trying to do the same thing surprisingly over and over again. Even if it's not working, the peak comes in, unfortunately, to land the shot. The shock dart will come in, I guess. 63k on the other hand, lands the kill onto Mavis.
Oh, Maverick!
Wide is able to get that kill as the boom bot comes out. The race goes for the peak, but unfortunately, the kill is not going to come in as the Paranoia is out from the side of him and down to a 4v4 situation. Sage is going to heal himself up probably. Trixie gets down. Nimdas goes down as well, as the numbers are definitely going to favor the side of Team Fangs as they come up with a beautiful comeback. The trade game was very good from the side of Team Mages in the starting, but all of a sudden, as soon as they got the numbers in their favor, they started to go in wildly. And Team Fangs, they were situated right for that, and they were able to land all those kills. As Kohli, in the last 8 rounds, he has been killed only once. So the kind of heavy lifting he has been doing for his team, perfect, as he's followed by B2 with 9 kills as well.
Well, I'd say now the scoreline is quite significant because after this we have 4 more rounds to be played. 7-1, 6-point lead secure by Fangs. 1 more round. They'll be looking good to come on the attacker side and perform better as Kohli will be losing at Odin. Kohli. You disappoint you disappoint so many fans out there as the Jet will be dinked a little bit and he needs to switch weapons. Well, he does switch weapons. He will be having a Phantom as a standby weapon. However, Orochimaru, very precise with his accuracy, will be coming in, securing 1 and giving out the Odin to Nimdas, who is quite a fan of using it. Well, a 4v4 retake. Let's find out if it's possible. Now the Killjoy lockdown is not there. There will be the DK coming in from the Viper Spit. What do you think, Dinker? How possible is this round, for a retake?
It's going to be tough, given the fact that they do have the ultimate on the side of Viper, who is actually going to slow down things for the side of Fangs as they are going to rush in. The Rena is spotted.
Oh my,
Maverick finally
Rena.
gets 1, but the Oren is getting the job done here. Gets 1 more, gets the 4K. Viper, what have you done here? Oh, the Odin from the hand of the Killjoy. That was Kohli, who actually had the backup plan as well. He went in for the perfect start. The plan was very good for them. He got the job done. But then Odin goes in the hand of Nimdas, who knew how to use that. The ultimate actually favoring him as well, as he was able to land those kills. Just the perfect play from the side of Mages. Just the perfect thing which was needed for them to come back, to get that kind of, confidence going in their favor, the change of momentum, the shift of momentum. Let's see if that actually happens as he's able to land those 4 kills. Wow.
Well, it was 0-4 for the Viper here. However, now, after getting the 4K, look at him. He's already moved up 2 levels into the, scoreboard. As it seems, after getting the second round into their hands, Mages, they are gonna continue to use the Odin. We know that Nimdas is a very strong Odin player. Let's have a hashtag, Odin God in the chat for him. But besides that, I'd say now they need to be more careful, because now Team Mages, they do not have the Viper Spit enable for them. It's going to be 7 points to charge up that ultimate, and by the looks of it, they are slowly walking mid. Talking about Team Fangs, a very tricky angle being held out by them. Orochimaru will be holding that operator to prevent any rotation coming in from mid-market. As you can see, 7-2 will be the scoreline. 5 points lead still there in favor of Team Fangs.
Yep, as Orochimaru will be again trying to move in. He's going to deny the sides to B2 on the back of that cloud burst which is going to come in from this. Smokey on the other hand is going to swing wide. He's trying to get the attention on his side and he's expecting the players to rush in on him. And then there is a player. It is actually, I guess, the Rena who's waiting for the right opportunity, and he will be able to do things as the Omen is going to deny sides on Haven. Viper also trying to deny those sides. But again, the numbers might just go in the favor of Team Mages in the early phases. They might just go for the plant as well. Yes, it is a very quick plant coming in from them. The things are favoring them right now. But Fangs, they're just too good with the retake. Now they'll again try to surround the players of Mages from all sides. But this is the Killjoy coming in. The same kind of retake. We saw this kind of thing just a while ago. Let's see what happens as Trixie will be landing those shots. Unfortunately, will be missing. But B2, this guy doesn't miss. He connects that headshot. Cactus comes up with 1 more. B2 gets another. He swings wide and he swings hard as he gets 1 more. Kohli on the other hand is going to couple it up with 1 more as the defuse is going to go down. Team Fangs. Wow, what a retake from them. They knew they had the Killjoy ultimate ready. They knew they had the lockdown ready, so they don't need to aggress much. Perfect play as Team Fangs are going to go in with the 8th round in the bag.
Well, they seem happy. Team Fangs definitely seem happy, as even in a post-diffuse situation, I saw Smoka using the updraft and the tailwind. Well, the tailwind does come for free. It's your signature ability, but the updraft, you really needed to spend 200 credits for that. Well, I'm not going to be the judge for that. I believe it's 100 credits. But it doesn't matter. Like, Orochimaru will be securing another operator for his hands, and he is looking to peek that position into Kabi, the arena. This time, if she peeks, it might be a death sentence in her favor, as Orochimaru is not going to leave that particular position. The Reina is jiggle peeking that position. He will not be showing his body, however. I believe he's still, somewhere deep in tree. But this looks to be a B execute, as 4 of the players from the side of Fangs are coming on to B main. The Sage has been spotted going in for those wall banks, trying to get that frag. He will get that frag, but Namedas, he will be trading it off. Now the Omen is going to be low. The Boom Buddy from Trixie will be coming in, as he'll be using the double satchel boost, and he's going to come in. He's going to come in with the showstopper. He's not going to hit anyone as of now, and looks like unless the showstopper is fired, no one's going to push through. That's smart decision for Team Fangs. But is the Viper Spit ready? Nope, there needs to be 5 more frags or, ultimate orbs unless he gets it ready. However, Namedas on a very, very wide flank can do something that we haven't seen. Oh, he's doing it. He has started doing it.
But look at that, even if he got that kill, he knew that there is one more player there, but still he didn't overcommit to that. Smoke is going to get that kill. Namedas on the other hand is going to rotate towards the market. He gets one more, but Smoke is going to stand tall with the Vandal. He lands a 3k as we are down to a 2v1 situation. Namedas gets a 4k, down to a 1v1 situation. Both the players were low on health. Namedas, just a little late. Just a little late.
In the half.
Well, he got the 5th kill, right?
Yeah.
He did get the 5th kill, but no, he got the 5th kill. The Jet died, right? Yeah, the Jet died, and I believe it was a 5k for him. So Namedas, a very big play coming in for him. However, the Viper Spit not being able to do so much of a damage onto the Jet. That was the defuse coming in. 9-2. Will Team Mages be able to secure the last round? I'm really hoping to find out, as everyone will be having the full buys coming in, and Smoka will be already triggering the Blade Storm.
Yep, Kohli again going for the same kind of strategy as he spams through that B side. Unfortunately won't be able to land any, as it is an A execute which is coming in. This Omen is going to actually deny the sides. Perfect smoke coming in from him from the mid region, as B2 on the back of that he's going to get that kill, but Ignish ultimately gets traded out, as the revive will be coming in from the side of Defuse, which is going to give them the numbers advantage here. But the side of Team Fangs, they're already, Smokey is holding a very good angle here. Let's see if he can get that kill. This is what updraft is used for, but Trixie is going to shut him down. Cactus comes up with a retake. He gets one onto Trixie as we are down to a 4v3. Viper again trying to come back, but the trades are definitely favoring the side of Mages here. It is going to be a 1v1 situation, but what has Fang pulled off here? Fangs, what have you done? Maverick, this guy is something else. The round which was looking like Team Mages is going to go away with this. Fangs, I mean, they have turned things upside down here.
Well, I might be working as a vocal replay now. I'd say I'd just pan out the round for you and just few words here. The Reina from the defending side, from I believe that was B2. Yes, B2 secured the initial kill. After that, the Sage from the attacking side got that revive on and traded off B2. That was a very, very good start. After that, there was another frag coming in from the side of Team Fangs here, who lost Smoka. 3v5, the Omen comes in with the paranoia from Tree, secures 2, gets taken down by the Sage once again, and then it's all down to Kohli getting 1, and Maverick with insane level of information getting done using his recon bolt. And then there is it. 10-2. Now Mages need to do an absolutely madhouse of a job if they are willing to win this match. 8 points on the lead. We have seen comebacks, but will it be done? Let's find out.
It is going to be a tough one, as the updraft and Tailwind is going to come in, but Namedas is going to stand tall with that shot onto Smoka. Is going to get that kill, denting the numbers on the side of Fangs, as Fangs were looking for a quick plant here. Now they are going to go towards the A side, but again, you look at it, the Sage is going to prove handy in actually delaying the rush which is coming in from the side of Team Fangs. And now this gives enough time for Team Mages to regroup on the side of A. But I do believe that they'll be sending a player on the backstab and a player mid as well. No, actually the mid is not going to get taken from them. But yes, the Jet is coming in. He'll get spotted. He's not going to check the right angle. Maverick, he makes him pay for that. As we're looking at a 4v4 situation here, the Satchel is going to come in, but B2 is going to land that kill irrespective of the Satchel. It's going to be Trixie 3k who's been taken down now. B2 is going to swing wide, but unfortunately he's going to miss out. Defuse gets gets one. Namedas gets one as well. Looking at a 3v1 situation. Team Fangs looking very feeble right now, looking very weak, as Maverick is the last line of defense for his team. He's going to get taken out. Namedas, he's playing on a different level right now, as Mages is on the beginning of a comeback here. The lead is down to 7 points, but can they continue still remains the question.
One thing's for sure, there's a force buy coming in. There's no questions about it. All through the day, or I mean all through the group stages, we have always seen the team who wins the pistol round, they move on and push in for a force buy. Otherwise, they really, you know, are not... They are able to secure the next few rounds. By the looks of it, they can secure the next few rounds if they are moving into an eco round. But B2 Maverick buying those frenzies and Cactus buying the Bucky, I mean the shorty, will they be able to do anything? However, B2 will be dented on with a lot of HP. Trixie will be trying to fall back as the Jet will be gliding in mid-air, getting taken down by Namedas. He is gonna drop in the Viper Spit. Bodaf gets another, Trixie gets another, Bodaf getting a double. Now it's down to Maverick, who has to do some work. Well, it's going to be a flawless for the side of Team Mages here, as Team Fangs will be now only 6 points ahead from a comeback.
Yeah, but now the buys are going to come in from the other side. On the other side, we have Team Mages who are not looking to upgrade here. They'll still be sitting on Spectres and the Stingers coming in from them. Namedas maybe looking at a Phantom. No, it's a Ghost, which is sorry. He'll go in with the Judge here. Let's see if he'll be able to get. You know, I usually like to play the Judge when I'm on the defender side, trying to just peek an angle, and as soon as the angle comes in, and I'll be able to land a couple of shots here, because Phantom and Vandal out of my control. I'm just a new player. Let's see if Namedas will be able to land those kills, because right now he's having a totally different day. 0-7 at once. Now he's sitting at 13-11. So that kind of tells you he's having 13-4, yeah, 13-3, 13-4, kind of that kind of scoreline.
Yeah.
13 kills and 3 deaths, 4 deaths. That kind of tells you how much of an improvement he has done just in this round, as he's going to go back towards Stinger. Cactus, on the other hand, is looking to get things done for his team. Trixie is going to dent a few players. He's trying his best to get a little bit of damage done. Maverick, he lands that first shot onto board, as the perfect start for Fangs will mean that Owldrone is going to come out to gain initial information on the A side. They have spotted the Raze as well. So I do feel that the rush, it might just be a little bit delayed, but the A side is completely open. Team Fangs just need to commit and it will be done. But will they commit? That still remains a question, as B2 is going to prove a distraction on the B side. But if you look at the B side, Team Mages, they have the Sage planted there. They have it walled as well. So they're not looking for any kind of trouble, as the smoke is going to come in from the Omen, as no full commitment on either side is going to come in from the Fang side. They're looking for mid control, as the Omen is going to lurk around. He's going to peek those angles. Anyways, let's see what happens, as the spike is on Omen. He's going to actually blind the garden. So we do feel that the catwalk angle is going to be completely taken by the side of Team Fangs. Now they have completely committed it. B2 is going to land that shot onto Trixie. So numbers completely in their favor. He's going to reposition himself for any kind of backup which is going to arrive from mid, but the backup is actually arriving from the Haven side, whereas the Sage will actually look for some more angle. The garden being taken by him, but B2, he's all ready for it. Will he check the angle? Yes, he must have heard those footsteps. Will he get that? Yes, he spots Viper, but Namedas, he's on a different level right now. He lands a shot, but Smoker and Cactus, they are proving just too much. The numbers, just too good for the side of Team Fangs, as they are going to go away with the victory here.
Well, I'd say it's a very, very good, comeback. I'd say a comeback, because after 2 round losses, it's basically when you win a round. I'd say it's a good round coming in from Team Fangs here. They had the full buy. They made it work. The mistake done from the defending side, that's Mages, is that Bodaf did not need to peek from Cubby. He peeked, Maverick was there, shutting him down, got their opening. And now, looking like Orochimaru will be picking up the operator the way he's trying to do the job. I expect him to do, because we know the operator 500 credits weapon. Namedas now sitting with a Judge on to the entry of B side. Well, the recon board needs to be destroyed. Well, the recon board will not be destroyed, as he will be getting pinged here. Namedas can go up for an aggressive push here. However, everyone is going to fall back, as they are not willing to get taken down either by the Viper Spit, or by the Paint Chill, or by the Boom Buddy that has just been released.
Yes, as again, if you look at Team Fangs, they are looking to be a little split 2-1-1 split, 2-1-2 split, I guess, coming in from them, where they are going to regroup towards the mid side here. Omen trying to block the mid by those smokes. Let's see how that works out for him, as Orochimaru is going to land first shot. That operator, perfect shot coming in from him, as the Sage actually will look to delay the rush here, will look to delay the side of Team Fangs on the back of that slow orb.
No
Orochimaru. He's trying to move in. Let's see if he can land that shot as well. Looking at a 5v3 situation here. The healing comes through. Trixie 3K is going to land a shot on the Cactus. But Fangs, they are going down right now. Smoker finally lands one onto Trixie. Kohli gets another down to a 3v3 situation. And Team Fangs, they are certainly looking to come back here. They're trying to get the numbers back in their favor. Maverick, let's see what he can do as the peak is coming in from the Haven. He spots out a couple of players, gets one. Orochimaru goes down. Maverick gets another. Namedas finally coming up with some resistance here. But he's very low on health. He's going to go for a save. Yes, he's going to go in, as it is going to be a 12-4 on the board.
You need to save your operator. There's no questions about it. But however, Maverick will be spotting him. I believe they are going in for the hunt, as the Viper will be trying to secure the operator. He's sitting down, bottles up, nozzles up. Well, oh, he doesn't get spotted. No! Kohli, what have you done, my friend? You just messed it all up. You came in for the hunt and got hunted. Well, I believe it's the Sova voice line. Do not hunt the hunter. And that's exactly what happened. Namedas now, he has been hunting a lot of frags here against Team Fangs. But, in the end, his team overall, as he has evolved into the match here, his team has gone down. 16 frags now coming in from Namedas. When he was downed at 0-7, now it's 16-12. Imagine the level of work that he has been doing. But it's all down the drain unless you're able to secure the victory. Looks like Orochimaru again will be getting the AWP, which was secured by the Viper in the previous round. And the Sova will be getting the information as to the AWPer standing in Cubby. This round is a very important one, as the Viper will be ulting B entrance and just saving it for themselves. They are not going to allow anyone walking into B. The Viper's position, a very, very difficult one to breach right now. It has to be an A execute that comes in from the side of Team Fangs.
Yeah, since the operator was exposed, they can just go in with the Omen smoke. They denied the sides to him. But Namedas is looking at the B side control here. Let's see how that works out for him. On the other side, we still have numbers balanced on both the sides, as Kohli is looking to actually clear out the mid. He just needs to go in, and he can land a couple of shots here and there. Maybe the Viper might just get taken out, but it's going to be Bold who lands the shot onto Smoker, gets instantly traded by Maverick with the Phantom, as we're looking at a 4v4 situation here. Namedas, he can be the difference maker. He gets one. He gets a couple here, but B2 is there to stop him. B2 is there to actually save the numbers, save the day for his team, as we're looking at a 3v2 retake here for the side of Mages. Left. Numbers favoring them. Cactus will go for the plant, which is going to reveal one of the position, but B2 is looking for an aggressive peek here. Trixie 3K on the other end comes in and takes down the player, down to a 3v1. Numbers favoring heavily the side of Mages. He gets a couple. Cactus! What has he done here? Orochimaru on the other hand is going to go back to the judge. But can he get the shot connected? Yes, he does, and he saves it. Maybe.
I believe that's the reason, he picked up the judge. That's the only reason you could possibly pick up the judge. It's just because of that wide range you can spray through. Like, it's not completely spraying. I'd say the projectile that comes on from the judge, it's quite spreading. And, the information must have been given that the Omen was 20 HP. The judge is a good gun at that particular range. And that is a beautiful, beautiful round for Team Mages. 12-5 now, 7 more rounds to go. It's very, I'd say it's almost impossible because, the way that Team Fangs is playing, it's on another level. However, the economy on the side of Team Fangs, it looks to be very feeble, as one of them probably has moved on for an eco round.
Yep, Orochimaru on the other hand is again looking for that operator pick, but that's not going to come in, as all of Team Fangs, they're just rushing in. A shot being taken as well. Tree, the angle, they're all ready, but the Sage Wall is going to buy some time to them. Let's see how that is going to work out, as Trixie 3K will be peeking from the Haven. Let's see what happens to them, as it is an all-A commitment coming in from the side of Fangs. On the other side, we do have one of the players from Mages who's looking at the mid, and a player at P as well. So Mages, they're kind of unsure here what is going to happen As the out drone comes out, it is going to be an indication that yes, it might just be all the TDs coming out from the side of Fangs. As Team Mages, they are very quick to actually read on that. Out drone is going to give away the position of two of the players on Haven, but Smokey inside the side, Inhale under Haven. Let's see what he can do, as Cactus is going to land the first shot. Is going to make things easier for the side of Team Fangs. They do have the numbers advantage. Cactus on the other hand is going to reposition himself, and he's going to blind the sides, but Diffuse, he comes up with one. But is it enough for his team to save the round and maybe save the game as well? The Sage is going to peek wild, but that's not going to work out, as Trixie is going to come with a trade here. Fangs gets one, he gets another, he gets a 3k, and that was not over for Mages. Fangs is going to go away with the victory in the first round itself.
Well, indeed, the first game, it was a very interesting thing to watch here. Like I told you, Dinkar, if you have a big lead on the defender side, when you switch over to the attack, it's going to be quite easy. And that's exactly how Team Fangs made it look like. Team Defenders, Mages, they had Vandals, they had Operators coming in from their perspective. But in the end, there were no results pulled out of the hat. And that is exactly what matters here, the results. No matter what agent you're using, no matter what guns you're using, people will be always watching the results. And by now, we are quite evident that the result is going to be 13-5. It's a big difference that we have in the first game, but will they be able to secure another win? Team Fangs I'm talking about. We have to wait for that. What do you think about the overall game, Dinker? Because I really think that it has been a fun to watch game. The way that, players evolved from getting a 0-7, then I believe it was a 20 and 14 that we had for Team Mages, the player named us. How was your experience overall throughout the game, Dinker?
It was kind of good, but at the same time, it was a bittersweet experience, because seeing the side of Team Mages, I did expect a lot from them. The kind of side control they had in the starting phases, I don't know why Fangs was able to dominate so much, because Fangs is a very good team. They were coming up with very good plays, but at the same time, Team Mages, they were not able to win those duels. Even if they had the side control, even if they had 5 players in their favor at the same time, even in a post-plant situation, they were not able to go away with the victory. This is something that I kind of didn't expect coming into this game, but unfortunately for Team Mages, that's going to happen. Team Fangs, on the other hand, they were just very good, if you ask me. Their strategies were top notch, giving away the site and then coming in with the retake. It takes in a lot of courage, it takes in a lot of confidence as well, that you know in inside that yes, you'll be able to get the site control back, you'll be able to change things around even in a post plant situation, even if the numbers are not favoring you. So that was the perfect kind of confidence you would need on your side. With Fangs playing so well, let's see how it turns out in the next game, as P2 is going to lead the charge for his team. 18 kills and 11 deaths for him. Team on the other side, Mages, it's going to be Namedas who's going to come up as the top fragger from his side. 18 kills and 14 deaths for him as well. Maverick, Cactus and Kohli will follow closely, as they're going to land 15, 16 and 14 kills respectively. But look at Trixie, he's coming up with 10 kills as well. Not the perfect game for him. Let's see if he can come back in the next one.
Well, I believe they can come back. It's difficult for Team Mages, because by the looks of it, the way that Mages is playing, it's all because of Namedas and Trixie. Look at the number of frags. 18 for Namedas, and that too, he has been able to do that from the 8th to the 18th round. That's, I believe, 10 rounds played, 18 frags secured. That's massive. And after that, it's Trixie 3K playing on a duelist and securing just 10 frags. The kills need to keep coming. Otherwise, Team Mages, the next game, it's not going to be in their favor. Talking about B2, a very, very influential player. When you needed him, he was there. Maverick, Cactus, Kohli, Smoker. I believe wards are going to be, coming in short if you talk about Team Fangs, that what they have played against such a strong team. However, I really want to see the Viper pick coming in again from Namedas. Namedas, he has been playing Viper since yesterday, and he has shown us what he can do. Imagine his entire team doing the exact same thing that he's doing. Team Fangs, they will be found nowhere. Well, it has to be a little bit of wait before the next match gets initiated. What do you think, Dinker? I believe Namedas will be coming in with the Viper pick once again, and it's going to be Bind in the second map. So, yeah, Viper is, I believe, the suggested, agent that comes in with the official meta that is suggested by Riot Games here.
Yeah, let's see if Hyperpick is going to come in. But I was really surprised to see Diffuse playing the Sage this time. But yes, it was kind of very influential in this game. Yes, they were not able to get themselves a victory, but the kind of influence he had with the slow orbs and the barrier orb as well at the same time, he was able to delay the rush a lot of times. So let's see if he's going to come up with a Sage. Viper pick again, it's a risky pick, but Namedas, just because the kind of confidence he has, just because of the kind of kills he has got, I won't be surprised if he comes up with the Viper as well. But on the side of mages, they need to win all those duels. They just need to get all those kills in the starting itself, because Orochimaru as well, he was not able to frag out for his team. It was much required at times, and it was one of the main reasons that the team had to go down. Now looking at the next match, let's see if they can get the initial things going in their favor. Initial momentum is very important, and that too when you have already lost the first game.
Orochimaru is no doubt a very good Jet player. Like, I have seen him do insane things yesterday, but I believe today there has been maybe a bad game that came in the hands of Team Mages. Team Mages, they can do a lot better, and I'm really expecting that they can, get the next map, because we really want to see a third map coming in. Imagine the pressure that both the teams will be facing, Team Mages and then coming in talking about Team Fangs here. If both of the teams secure 1-1 map and moving into the third game, it's going to be nothing but sheer gameplay and competition between the two teams, which decides which is the better one and who will be moving on forward into the lower bracket finals. However, let me just tell you, it's not the teams that have to win something this afternoon. You guys, ladies and gentlemen who are watching the stream right now, you might be able to win some of the giveaway items thanks to our peripheral partner HyperX. Grand prize, an entire set of Alloy Origins keyboard, Cloud Core 7.1 gaming headsets, Pulsefire Core gaming mouse, and Fury Ultra RGBS mousepad. Well, that's there. And talking about the individual, rewards listed on your screen, you might be getting a hold of that as well. What do you need to do? Thinker, please tell it to the audience.
You just need to go in the description wherever you're watching. Just click the sweep widget link. Maybe it's provided in the pinned comment as well. If you're watching, if there's a pinned comment, you can just click on that sweep widget link. You just have to fill a small form, and you can be one of those lucky winners who can go away with the prize. As we will be thanking our organizers as well, ESPL and Paytm First Games, then the tech partner Akamai, the broadcasting partner LOCO, Peripherals partner HyperX, production partner SkyEsports India, media partner TalkEsport. Thank you so much to everyone who have made it successful and who have made it possible. Now talking about the game itself, we'll be going back to Bind, and Bind, it comes up with a lot of surprises. Yes, we'll be seeing a lot of peaks. Yes, we'll be seeing a lot of trades coming in from both the sides. Let's see who gets the better of it. As Team Fangs, they'll be looking to close it in early, while on the other side, Team Mages, they'll be looking for a comeback here in a best of 3.
Well, I'd say, that last to be confirmed slot in Group D, whoever is going to walk up today, it's going to be a dream that's probably coming true from their end. Who knows? Maybe that is the team which we see as the champions after the finals are over. But there are not just, there's not just one team which will be going up this afternoon. 7 teams out of the top 16 that came into the group stages are already there into the playoffs. Global Esports and Inglu from Group A, Mahi and Tempest from Group B, Reckoning Esports and Enigma Gaming from Group C, Godlike Esports and XYZ from Group D. Well, that XYZ, that variable there, needs to be filled up by any of the 3 teams here, Mages, Fangs or Tamilas. One of the teams will be there filling up that last spot into the playoffs, and I believe the playoffs are going to be on another level, as the teams will be evolving a lot more, the teams will be doing their homework a lot more, and they need to now step up their game. What do you think, Dinker? Will that be possible? Like, all the teams, we have seen them evolve over the days. We have seen Inglu, we have seen Enigma getting down and out at 2-0 on the first day, coming back, winning 2-0, 2-0, and going into the lower bracket finals, winning there as well. Will that be possible for any of the team who haven't been able to, perform so well, coming up and, performing on another different level into the playoffs?
Yeah, it is going to be tough, but these teams, they are one of the best in the country, if you ask me, because they have played a lot first, qualifier stages, then playing the semifinals as well, finals. They have played a lot to reach here. So yes, they do have the potential, but as we talked about it, they have lost, as you said, 2-0 on one day, and then on the next day they are coming back with a 2-0 in their favor. That kind of tells you the homework they are doing, the kind of hard work they are putting in. So yes, they are very much, if you ask me, they are very much a potential winner to me. So let's see how what kind of competition they will be coming up with. As we're looking at the first game of the day, Team Fangs versus Mages. The winner of this game will be fighting off against Team Tamilas for a spot in against all those top teams who we just saw, who have already made their way to the playoffs. The last team is going to be decided by this, where the group stages are going to come to an end today. But now Team Fangs, this is a best of 3 which is happening right now. Fangs already has the advantage, winning the first game of Ascent. Now we do have the next map, which is going to be Bind, and then we are going to have Icebox. It was actually Split which was banned. So yeah, it is going to be Icebox, which is going to be the third map. But right now it's about the second map. If Team Fangs is able to finish it off here, then they'll be going up as the winner 2-0. But if Mages is going to come back, then we'll be moving back to the third map, which is going to be Icebox.
You know, Dinkar, you have been here on the English desk for quite some time, and you know that I always have a different perspective of looking at the map selection that's coming in from the teams. Imagine both the teams, Haven and Split, where they seem, maps, where the common maps that they wanted to ban. And now, talking about Bind, I believe both of the teams are quite comfortable here, and that is the only reason it hasn't been banned. This map particularly, Fangs will be starting out on the defender side yet again, and if they secure a 9-3 or a 10-2 once again, well, Mages, I'd say you need to be, coming up with something huge if you are looking to come back from that. However, Mages, I believe they will not be making the mistake of walking into unchecked corners, not being able to hold down the retakes onto the sides, because this particular map, the retakes are as difficult as pushing onto the sides from the team attackers. This particular map, we all know there are teleporters present on A short and on B long, where you can quickly switch over onto B hookah or B short if you want to call it that way, or onto the A exit of the teleporter that's just outside showers. So yes, there will be quick rotations coming in from the attackers, but will the defenders be able to keep up to their pace is, I believe, one of the biggest questions that we have to ask onto the defenders when we are playing this map.
I'm really excited to see what kind of strategies will be taken by Team Fangs this time, because in the last map they were able to give the side control to the other side, and then they were able to retake. But in this map, doing the same thing is not possible in that way. It's not that easy to come up with. And in the last time, as soon as they came to know that it is going to be a full 5-man stack on A side, the player who was actually standing on the A side, he went back, he fell back a little, but he was still waiting on the edges. Then they had the Killjoy lockdown to go away in 2 rounds, or in the other rounds they were able to just smoke out the regions, smoke out the potential points, and then go away with those retakes. And they were always able to get that first kill, which actually eased the tension on their side. Even if they didn't have the numbers advantage, the kind of angles they were peaking, they were able to take down the complete team at once. So they are not really sure if they'll be able to recreate that on Bind, because retaking of a site will be much harder on this one. Let's see how that works out for them, because the Killjoy pick is going to come in kind of a little sure about that. Let's see how that works out, as Smoka is going to linger around Jet and the Omen, as Kohli will be locking onto the Soa maybe. On the other side, we have B2, who's trying to play the Cypher this time.
Let me just recall my memories and let me guess what the agents are going to come in. I believe Smoker has to be on the Jet. We can call him Smokey or Smoke A or Smoke as well, because, I don't know why players keep coming up with so innovative names. I personally talked to this guy here and asked him, bro, what do you want me to call your in-game name on stream? Because I'm so confused that whether it's going to be Smokey, Smoker or Smokier. However, I'm going to continue with the name Smoker, as Kohli will be locking onto the Soba. Rightfully said there, Dinkar. Orochimaru, however, Orochimaru will be using the Reina. Quite interesting here, as Mages is going to go on for a gamble. We saw yesterday that Orochimaru did not play the Reina. He was probably playing onto the Sage, if I'm not mistaken, on this particular... Oh, no, he was playing the Jet on this particular map here. And by the looks of it, they will be playing 2 controllers without any initiator on such a huge map. Thinker, what do you think? Mages, did they make a mistake? Because they are starting out on the attacker side. They will be not having any information when they are entering sites. Is that the mistake that they are going to make? Or will it be something, greater, like probably the Viper will be there screening up an entire area, then using his poison orb, using her the Viper spit, and delaying diffuses as long as possible, because we saw yesterday how crucial the Viper is in a post-plant situation.
These players, they do a lot of research before going in. So I do feel that it's for the team composition coming in that they have made this pick. And the information game, as we talked about it, Mages, on the side of Mages, Diffuse will be all ready with that information. His spy cam is going to be very influential when it comes to that. Yeah, they have all the boxes ticked, but let's see if they'll be able to dominate the side of Fangs this time, as they are looking at an A execute probably, because I don't expect all the players to go from the hookah, but the no peeks from the shower will mean that all the players are going to come in from the same angle. But they'll have the luxury to rotate towards the B side if there is a miss happening, which can happen, and one kill can come in at the same time. Yes, it is the B long and the hookah angle, which will be peaked by the side of Mages. On the other side, we have a couple of players from the side of Team Fangs as well, trying to play it a little slow as we expected from them. They are trying to play on the back side, not on the front side. They're not wanting to give away any kind of kills here, as again the Viper will be trying to get the screens up and running. B2 on the other hand, Kohli will be trying to come up from the other side. Diffuse will look for an aggressive push here. Namedas as well will go for those ghost shots. Unfortunately, won't be able to connect any, as B2 is already, as soon as the smoke disappears, maybe it will be time for them to disappear as well. Namedas, the cyber cage comes up as well. On the other side, we have Cactus, who is coming up with a backstab here. Again, the same kind of thing happening here, where Team Fangs has given up on the side control. They allow the side of Team Mages to get the spike planted, and then they come up with a retake. As Bodef, a lot of responsibilities on his shoulder. If he's not able to land this kill, it will be a lot of trouble for his side, as he finally gets one. But Orochimaru and Bodef, they get the kill each. But Mages, they'll be very quick to come back. The numbers still favoring them. As the spy cam, as we talked about it, the information game is just perfect from the side of Mages, as they're going to go away with the victory here.
Well, the dual controller and the Viper pick, I don't know how I could, consider Viper as the controller, because by the way, by the looks of it, how Namedas is playing, I think Viper should be, probably, I'd say a duelist for him, because imagine if he is playing the way, he's playing in this particular way, then it's definitely a Viper main that we have in front of us today. Well, Namedas, credits to you. You are definitely doing a great job out here deploying that smoke orb, that Viper orb there on top of the spike, then using your Viper spit. That's quite some time delay has been put in. However, now 63K will be coming in, trying to secure the frag onto the Omen, will be securing the frag, as he will be completely spraying him down. Now Cactus, he has the paint shell ready. He can drop the paint shell anytime he wants to. He will be dropping the paint shell, as the Jet and the Raze will be looking forward into showers, trying to come in for a back-end game here. However, this time B2 will be securing one, as Kohli will be getting another. Now it's a 3v3. Well, it looks to be very, very crucial here, as Cactus, oh my god, man. What are you thinking, as the Viper will be trying to hold things off, and it's going to be the Raze who's coming in along with the Viper. However, Cactus, he knows that the Viper's pit can be so very intriguing here. The shock that's going to come in along with the Raze. They are just trying to fall back, as Smoka will be securing the Viper. The defuse can now be pulled off. However, you can see how eager he is to go in for the defuse. He will be initiating the defuse, and I believe it's a successful round for Team Fangs. The scores equalize 1-1 for both the teams here.
Yes, it is going to happen here, as Team Fangs was able to turn things around. Team Mages, they were not able to recreate what they did in the first round. If you ask me, sideways is much more difficult to retake, and they got the advantage of that in the last round. But Team Fangs, this time around, they were very quick to come back. The backstab as well coming in from one of the players was able to draw out all the attention from the side of Team Mages, and on the back of that, Team Fangs was able to breach the side completely. And Cypher pick, as we talked about it, it's proving out to be too good, as those cages are able to deny the sides. Again, Kohli will be trying to get the recon dot connected. The spy cam will be positioned at a very good angle to get the side over to the complete B side. As I was expecting a B push coming in from the side of Mages, they are going to go in with that. A trio from the side of Team Fangs on A side means that they still don't have enough information, as the cage will be coming up. Omen Smoke as well will be denying them sides. On the other side, the comeback from the side of Team Mages is going to come in as well. Fangs, They're trying to stay on the edges again. They are waiting for the players to come in. But I do expect a long rotation from one of the players because they love backstabbing. The side of Team Fangs, they like to surprise their opponents. They like to peek different angles at the same time, making the best out of it. As B2, they have surrounded all these players. This is what I was talking about. This time around, B2 and Smoka, they'll get a kill each. Oli is going to swing wide. He's going to connect that headshot on board AF as Trixie finally comes up with the resistance, but he has been spotted as well. His position has been given away. He's going to come up with one more. Oh my god, perfect crouch shot comes in from him as he's able to land that kill onto Maverick. But the numbers on the side of Fangs are going to shine bright. They are going to get those kills. Perfect play coming in from the side of Fangs. This is what I was talking about, you know. The side of Team Fangs, they allow Team Mages to get the side control. But one thing that I would like to see from Team Mages is in a post-plant situation, they need to play a little aggressively. They shouldn't go in for those usual angles where Team Fangs is able to actually pick them off. For them to be successful here, for them to actually make a name for themselves, since the plant is actually going in their favor time and time again, since the plant has always been in their favor right from the get-go, they just need to handle the post-plant situation as well. They just need to maybe safeguard the utilities till the end. Maybe that can be one of the things that can change the outcome of the game here, as this time around Team Mages, they are looking for the A side here. Outrun will come out and the Lear comes out from there as well.
Well, I thought the Sova was gonna ult there because he had spotted, you know, 4 to 5 players there. However, look at the Cypher. The Cypher camp placement is absolutely insane, and there comes the ultimate. The Undisputed will be trying to tag up one player, will be tagging one, going for a frag here. Board app will be secured. That means no smokes coming in. Cactus will be perfectly messing up the paint shell, inflicting some damage onto the defending Jet. However, it's going to be the showstopper which is coming in, and the Smoker will be stealing that kill onto the defending Jet here. However, now you can see Smoker will be coming in. Trixie will be playing up in lamps here. Namedas will be securing one. Namedas is coming in. However, it's going to be Kohli once again to save the day as the defuse will be completed. Half defuse was done. It's a very, very easy round as Team Fangs definitely made it look that way. They are allowing Team Mages to come in. Thinker very, very rightfully said there. They're absolutely playing on the retakes. But now, Team Mages, they have just one more full buy, if they have it at all. Well, looks like it's not going to be a full buy because Diffuse has to come in with light shields if he is going to buy a Vandal or a Phantom. 2,900 credits and plus 1,000. That's 3,900 credits just for the Vandal and the Heavy Shield. Well, it looks to be Mages will be have to pushing into an eco round if they do not pull off this particular round here.
Yeah, Fangs is actually coming up with a different strategy here in the ESPL as of now, but that's working out time and time again. But a good team will be able to actually read that very quickly. They'll be able to come with the response very quickly. And this is going to be Smoka who land one more. Finally, Namedas, he'll come up with something. He'll come up with a kill onto Cactus, down to a 4v3 situation. The numbers for Mages, they're not looking that good. Smoka will go for a random shot. Unfortunately, won't be able to do that as the Viper is going to prove fruitful for the side of Mages. But for how long, as he's going to get taken down to a 4v2 situation. Mages struggling hard with those numbers. They've got the plant done again. But those plants, they're only coming up with the credits, not with the round wins for them. As Red Fuse will actually deny the information. But Smoka will get one more. Diffuse, he gets a couple.
Diffuse.
But unfortunately, the numbers on the side of Fangs are just too much. Diffuse will be done. Fangs going away with another.
The Omen grunts as he says, thank you for giving him the defuse. Well, the Cypher has the, ultimate ready, so he does not need to pull off the defuse. He will be giving it off the Omen, and the Omen will just need 2 points to get his ultimate ready. We know that the Omen is such an influential agent, but look at the attacker side. They have 4 ultimates. They have they have 5 ultimates ready from their perspective. The Viper Spit, ready. From the Shadows, it's going to be ready. Empress, ready. Neural Theft, ready. Showstopper, ready. I believe this round, it is quite possible that based on the burning of utilities, Team Mages can pull it off. However, their economy, like I said, it's quite shattered. They have the buys coming in. They will be moving in with Spectres. And if I'm not, mistaken, I just saw it. There were just 2 heavy weapons coming in, 1 Vandal and 1 Phantom. Namedas will be securing 1, Maverick will be securing 1. That's a very, very important frag here. Kohli, however, has started things up. And by the looks of it, it's only 3 players standing from the side of the attackers.
Yep, the numbers favoring the far side of Team Fangs heavily as B2 is looking for that peak from the side of Hookah. from the side of Mages, and Mages is still unsure where they want to commit. A player is coming in from the long as well, but he has been spotted. A couple of pinches will mean that he'll need to fall back. The race.
No, my friend!
Where are you looking for? He's not able to get the job done, as the last player has been spotted. Diffuse is able to come up with a 2k here, changing things up, and this finally looks gettable, but the health points on him will mean that Maverick is going to land that shot perfectly. Diffuse goes down, so does Mages. 5-1.
Well, 50 HP on the, last player standing there. Diffuse definitely a very, very good player at this point in this particular map here. He had secured a 2k in the previous one. He had secured a 2k on this one as well. But just because of the HP that he had, it was just 2 bullets that, Maverick needed to shut him down. Brilliantly done. Absolutely beautiful performance coming in from Mages here. But still, Fangs, they are proving to be much more, I'd say, fruitful, as they have secured 5 rounds when Team Mages have got just 1. A very aggressive peek coming in from Smoka. Yeah, he will be getting one. He's trying to get back. He will be getting back, as Maverick will be getting another. How aggressively is Team Fangs playing? Like, I'm obsessed by the aggressiveness I'm getting to see from this team here. And look at him. The Suva Recon Bolt will be giving off information, as it's going to be Smoka again going for those flags here. However, now he cannot peek off wide, as Diffuse will be one-tapping Smoka, but Maverick smartly trades it off.
Yeah, it was Smoka actually getting the distraction, and then Maverick was able to come up with those kills. It happened in the first time as well. When Smoka was able to land that first kill, there was Maverick coming in from the U-Haul or the lamps, however you call it. He was able to land that kill, and the same thing happened again. Now, this time delay, it allowed the whole side of Team Fangs to rotate from the backside as well. They were able to buy a lot of time, and Team Mages was left wondering what's happening here, as they were taken down from all the sides. A perfect play from Team Fangs again. These guys are just, strategical monsters, I would say, because they have played so beautifully. As you look at Cactus, he has the ultimate, just 1 point shy. Let's see if he's able to get that done, as you're looking at a 5v5 again, where Raze will be going in with the spike. It looks like an A plan from them, but the side of Fangs, they're looking to play it aggressively. They're looking to turn things around here, as the ult point. Yep, this is what I was talking about. He's definitely going to go for that, as Mages, they're looking for an A plant here, whereas there are three players from Team Fangs. Now, this time which Team Mage is spending right now, it will allow the Cypher to rotate completely from the other side, maybe come in with a backstab here, which might just go against. But Cypher, he's also trying to move in cautiously. He's not just rushing in widely. He's not just going in for those wild pushes. On the other side, we have the Hunter's Fury, which is coming in from the side of Kohli. He's able to spot out a few players, but unfortunately not able to get any, as the side control is still not given away. Maverick is ready. He was able to change things around in the last round. Let's see if he'll be able to do that again, as the cyber cage disappears. But there is still the the Viper tree which is coming in to deny the sides, as the plant has already happened. The wild spray which is coming in from Maverick will mean that B2 is going to get that kill. Dixie and Orochimaru are going to come up with one more. Kohli finally finds one to actually get the numbers in the favor of Fangs, and now it's now down to a 2v2 situation. Smoka, the operator shot, is going to turn things around. Kohli gets another, and that's Team Mages out of the game. 7-1.
7-1 once again. Mages, they're looking to be so very in performing. Like, I don't know if there's a word like that, but it's exactly what is happening. They're performing and not performing at the same time. Smoka, 10 frags, that's a very, very, big thing done by him. But after everything that's getting done, like, I'd say Team Mages, they're getting the plants initiated, they're getting into the site, but they are not careful on the post-plant scenario. However, this round was otherwise, as Smoka will be coming up with a wild peak. Oh, how does he hit that? Smoka, what a shot, my friend. He will be falling back safely into cover. And look at the brain games he's playing. He's not just predicting where the players are gonna go. He's securing one frag in the beginning. And without the Sage Mages, you won't have the revives coming. That's already numbers disadvantage coming in, as the Cypher is going in for an aggressive peek along with Kohli. Well, the Cypher does get one, and Kohli might be going out for another. Yes, he does get another, as B2 will be getting another on a different angle. It's going to be Maverick coming in from the teleporter, securing things and getting a flawless round for Team Fangs.
Yep, Team Fangs playing beautifully here, getting everything done. and that peak from Smuka at the starting only, you know, he got that kill. But there was one more player who was moving in from that angle. Not really sure how he got that kill without even getting hurt. He just, you know, used that tailwind to move back. But still, I guess there was enough time to actually land those shots on Smoka. I guess the player was just not quick enough to land those shots. But Smoka, he landed that shot perfectly. He went into cover at the same time to get his team the numbers advantage, as he'll be looking to peak the A side this time. He'll be looking to dent the A side this time, as Team Mages will be going for maybe a timeout here. We'll be trying to figure out how things can change here, because the game is running away from them. They lost the first game with a heavy margin, and now the second game as well. It's 8-1 on the board, 7-point lead again, a very heavy lead in the side of Team Fangs. The same kind of strategies coming up, but Team Mages, they were not quick to come back. They were not quick to read onto the strategies that were being shown by the side of Team Fangs.
But Dinker, have you just, imagined a situation, the way that the spectators see Smoka pulling off that shot? Like, it's probably like he probably initiates the dash, the tailwind, even before he pulls off that, trigger onto that operator. And he just gets the kill. How is that even possible? Well, Smoka definitely a very influential player at this point, pulling off that initial frag for the past 4 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. 8-1, 7 points lead secured already for Team Fangs. They are looking to be so very confident at this point now. However, the timer will be resumed, and it's going to be an eco round coming in from the perspective of Mages. Mages now need to be careful. They have Sheriff's Frenzies and Ghost Buys coming in, as Smoka will be tagged up. Now trying to go for that frag here. Namedas, he makes the mistake of peeking an operator, and that's exactly what he gets in return. A one tap to the head, and he's downed. However, Cactus will be also getting things started, as he'll be getting a... Oh my god, the defuse. He will be returning the favor to Cactus as he shuts him down. It's an eco round, and the push begins. It's going to be a shot that's getting pushed here. However, the arena will be walking into the crosshair, and that's Maverick cleaning things up, pulling off a successful 2K onto a shot and getting an 8-point lead in favor of Team Fangs.
Yep, it's all happening here, as Team Fangs is going to guarantee themselves the 9th round as well for themselves, as after the 10 rounds we are seeing a 9-1 scoreline. Now for the likes of Team Mages, since they have been losing the last few rounds, a change of strategy can get the job done here. Maybe play the waiting game, maybe allow Team Fangs to be in a dilemma, maybe wait for them to come out and then make the best out of it. That can be the right strategy here, but they're not playing the waiting game. They'll try to rush in again. It's Namedas. The recon dart comes out, so he'll have to shut that down. So that is going to give him the side of Team Fangs the information that they're looking for an A execute here, because we haven't seen Team Mages playing in a split manner, playing in a distributed manner, and I guess that's one of the main reasons they are not able to play around with the space. They always have very less space to play around with, and that has been one of the main differences between the two teams here. Team Fangs still, even if they know Team Mages is coming up with an A execute, still they know that there is a possibility of a rotate, so that's why you can still see 2 of the players lurking around the B side, and even if they come in, they'll be coming up with a full rotate. Let's see what happens as Team Cactus. The Outrun comes out, it will be taken down, but the information has been revealed. So the Cypher, on the other hand, he can just peek wild here. He'll be taken down. That's going to be Kohli. If we talk about it, it was Shock Dart which came in first, and then Kohli gets another. Namedas, on the other hand, wow, what is he doing? Takes the Outrun first, and then Trixie as well. Oh, Maverick, the gun game is just perfect from the side of Fangs. They are able to deal with 2 players at the same time. And look at those utilities just going down, as Kohli is looking for another frag here. Will he get a 4K? No, says Boot. He gets really 1, but B2 will be coming up at the cover at the same time to get Fangs another round, 10-1 on the scoreline.
Last round before the switch.
I'd say, Kohli was pretty greedy going in for that last frag and then ending up dead. It's not something you do, but the way he pulled off those 3 kills, it was quite amazing. Talking about Cactus now. Remember, he was holding that same position onto the Viper Namedas, and he was downed. Once again, Cactus was unable to take him down. Well, it is definitely the last round in defense, but, if he's not able to hold the corners like he's expected to, he will not be able to secure rounds when they're up against maybe a 2 times stronger team as Team Mages here. The last round on the defender side for Team Fangs here, they will be looking to change up things. As you can see, the Viper ult, the showstopper, everything gets triggered at the same moment. They are scanning for players. Trixie 3K will be helping to get the spike planted. But will the post-plan situation work for Team Mages? Team Mages, they have the ultimates to work with. The Cypher ult is there. The Viper ult is already, helping them get the spike planted. But it has to be a showstopper coming in from the end of Team Mages as well. Well, it's not just Mages to get the showstopper. It gets Fangs also, and look at them. It's again a retake. Team Fangs, how do they make it happen? They pull off 11-1. Such a dominating half onto their end.
Yep.
What do you
and Smoka with that Blade Storm, I mean, he was just too good. That 3k came in from him, and unfortunately, the side of Mages, again, the plan did happen, but again, the round went against them.
Indeed. That is what it is, right? I don't think we got the time to realize what exactly happened there, but by the looks of it, I'll tell you how it was planned. The showstopper coming in from Team Fangs, it actually gave them room to understand where the players were positioned. There were two players coming in from U-Hall, from CT entering U-Hall. There was one player jumping down from Heaven, and there was one single player coming in for a backstab from A-Link. And that was it. That was the entire picture. They surrounded Team Mages once again, took them down, and that's 11-1 for you. 2 more rounds. Team Fangs, they're going to be so very happy with this victory, as the Sova Recon Dart will be pushed up B-long, and they're going to try and get some information onto this position here.
Yes, Smoka will try to move in with the pistol in hand. Let's see what he can do. He lands a few shots. Again, use the tailwind to go in the trap wire. The location has been revealed as Smoka has already got a kill in his team's favor. They have the numbers advantage. They are going in for the side control here. Kohli is going to get another. Fuse goes down. And it's all happening here with Team Fangs dominate the game. The Owl Drone comes out from the side of Kohli. He's able to actually spot out the retake which is coming in from the side of Mages. It is going to be Cactus who's going to land a couple to defend the side of Team Mages completely. Board again standing tall, gets a kill, but is it enough? No, says Cactus. He gets a 3k. Board AF down and out as another round goes to Team Fangs.
Match point.
Well, it's match point, so I believe both of the teams will be moving in for a force buy. And look at Team Fangs, they are so good at this moment. They actually decide to go on with a Phantom buy. Cactus looking to be so very dominating in this round. At least he's planning to be so very dominating by the looks of it. Light Shields and Phantom against Judges, Stingers, and a Bucky. We know how painful it is when you get killed by a Judge or a Bucky, but force buy had to come because it is match point, as the Mages will be looking strong to hold off the last round in their defensive side. Well, it may be the last round or not, as Mages named us will be coming in. Cactus, however, will be getting a team frag. Not expected, thanks.
Yep, not expected, as Board AF is going to go in, takes down B2. Cactus comes up with 1. That's the trade which is coming in from his side, but the trades are definitely favoring the side of Fangs. Even if one of the players was killed by themselves, it's going to be a 3v1 situation. Named us with the Judge. We know what he can do. We know how influential he can be with that Judge in hand. He has been able to change games, but it's just that the angle, the numbers, and he has been revealed as well. Kohli goes in. Kohli goes wild, gets the kill as well, and it is going to be the round and the match to the side of Fangs.
Well, 13-1. It's been, I believe, a week since we have seen a 13-1. I don't remember exactly which team it was who secured a 13-1 victory. And I believe it was from Group B altogether. But after that, Team Fangs, yesterday, was this the same team who actually got defeated in a 2-0? And now they have won not just a 2-0. They have won the 2 matches in a 13-5 and a 13-1 difference. That is massive. That is huge. That gives you your huge morale and confidence boost moving into the next game against Team Tamilas. However, Team Tamilas, they are not just about one player playing. They have individual legends in their team. Rafa is going to be there. And we all know how Rafa plays when he's on the Phoenix. So if it's bind, I'm really looking forward to, Team Tamilas take away the map here. However, it's going to be a short while before that. And Thinker, talking about this particular map here, the round, actually, I don't remember, to be very honest, which round was secured by the Team Mages here. I believe it was the 6th or the 5th round, or maybe it was the 7th round, if I recall correctly. That Team Mages were able to pull off that round, and then in the end, it was basically nothing in front of a 13-1 victory. Tinker.
Yep, as it is going to be the top 4 players from Fangs occupying the kill leaderboard. 19 kills for Kohli, just 6 deaths. Smoker as well joining him on the top. It's going to be 17 kills for him. Then comes Maverick with 10. B2 will follow him up very closely with 11 kills and 6 deaths. Diffuse, the top fragger from the side of Mages, was not able to do enough, as just like his complete team, I would say, just because they were not able to frag out, that being one of the main reasons that they were not able to get things done in their favor. Namedas as well is going to come up. Cactus, the last player from the side of Fangs, still finishing off on top 6. Will it eventually means that your team just fell down rather easily. So it is going to be Team Fangs who are going to move into the finals up against the side of Mages, who just lost, but Team Tamilas, they are going to be an even bigger challenge for the side of Team Fangs. That match is going to be a blaster, Captain.
Well, indeed, that is going to be a blaster of a game. Team Tamilas, they were also down and out at 2-0 in the upper bracket finals yesterday. And looking by how Team Fangs played, Team Tamilas is going to have a very tough competition. We do not know how both of these teams will be functioning against each other. But looking at the scoreboard, one thing we can all tell: none of the players from Team Mages were able to secure even double-digit frag numbers. Cactus, 10. Diffuse, 8. That's it. Diffuse is the top fragger from Team Mages. 1 round out of 14 rounds played. That's not what Team Mages did yesterday. I believe Team Mages had a very good day compared to this one against Team Godlike yesterday. They were able to secure 8 to 9 rounds, if I'm not mistaken at all. And then in the end, Namedas, we were expecting such a great performance coming in here for him. He had ulted once, I believe, onto A site in a post-plant situation. But after that, everything was lost. The ultimates from the defender side from Team Fangs came in. The round was given. And it was just Fangs between ones. There was Mages, and then it was Fangs all over again. And that's a 13-1, 2-0 victory coming in for Team Fangs here. They are going to move in and face off Team Tamilas in the lower bracket finals. So think of what are we expecting in the finals here?
Let's see what happens, because I'm expecting a different kind of strategy coming in from the team side of Team Fangs, because you just cannot give them the side control. You just cannot expect the same kind of retake which happened from the side of Fangs against Mages. So for that kind of strategy, I do feel that if you talk about the stats, if you talk about the composition, it is going to be a little bit different than what we have seen in this game. Maybe we'll see a totally different gameplay coming in from both the sides. I'm talking about Tamilas and Fangs. Both the sides will change a bit of their stats, a bit of their gameplay to actually make things up for both of their teams. But Fangs, if they are able to recreate this against Tamilas, it will be a totally different kind of a surprise for me. Let's see if that actually happens.
I'll beg to differ. They cannot do it again. Team Tamilas, they are a godlike team, all right? They are not godlike, but they are a godlike team indeed. And by the looks of it, I think we are going to have a very, very close score. Maybe a 13-11, maybe a 13-10, maybe 3 games. Who knows what's going to happen? But whoever is going to win this, this BO3 that's upcoming, they are going to move on into the playoffs. Talking about winning, you guys, the audience, will also be able to win something from the listed items on our screen. The tier 4 reward of the Furious mousepad, the gaming Furious mousepad, the gaming mouse here, Pulsefire Raid as a tier 3 reward, a tier 2 reward, Cloud Core 7.1 gaming headsets and Alloy Core RGB gaming keyboards. Well, it's one of the other, or all these combined into just one grand set here, which is going to be claimed by one of the lucky viewers. Well, not just one. You might be able to win the tier 2, 3, and 4 rewards as well. Well, think, how do we do it?
Yeah, we just need to go into the description of the chat, of the stream, wherever you're watching. Just gives you the link, and then you can just fill in that little form after clicking that sweep pigeon link, and you will be eligible to participate in the giveaway, where one of the winners is going to go away with a grand prize, and the others might be lucky enough to go away with the tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 prizes. So that's it for the giveaway. Just head on to the description or the pinned comment.
Well, that's how you do it, or you can just, make it happen like... you can just make it happen. There's no likes about it. You may be able to make it happen or not if you're lucky enough. Well, we are definitely unlucky because we are not even eligible. So why don't you give it a try? However, the 7 teams that are already chilling, like I like to, I like to present it to you guys here. Global Esports Inglu from Group A, Team Mahi and Team Tempest from Group B, Reckoning and Enigma from Group C, Godlike and one more team among Team Tamilas or Fangs will be moving in to the playoffs. However, the 7 teams that I just named, they are already there. Out of these 2, there's going to be one particular team which moves in a 2-0 or 2-1 victory in the upcoming BO3. Well, it is the lower bracket finals. It is not the end game that you need to play. It might be the end game for one of the teams here, as whoever loses, they are unfortunately going to be out of the tournament. And that's the harsh reality. You either win it or you don't. You get the slot or you don't. And I believe playoffs, all these teams that are there, they deserve to be. All the teams that, the one team which is going to move up from among these 2, they are also going to deserve it overall. So, Dinker, what do you think may be happening, a 2-0 or a 2-1? Because I really, really want to see a 3-game lower bracket finals, and that to the last lower bracket finals of the group stages.
Yeah, let's see if it will be a 2-1 or 2-0. Just because of the strategies that we have seen in the past, just because of the games that we have seen in the past, I do feel that it is going to be a 2-0, just on the back of the rounds that we've seen. But I'll be really happy if it's a 2-1. I will be really happy with a 3-round game, because that's something that we have not seen for a long time now. But let's see if Team Fangs and Team Tamilas will be able to come up with that. As Team Tamilas, they must be warming up right now, just because Team Fangs have already done that. They have had their hands warmed up completely well, I would say, just because the kind of fragging they have done. So let's see how that works out for them. But Team Tamilas, they do have a big barrier to cross if they want to make it to the top 8 in the playoffs against these top teams.
Well, that's true indeed. Team Tamilas, they are indeed a great team. And Team Fangs, the way they played these 2 matches here on Ascent and on Bind, I'm really looking forward to a great game between these 2. However, there's just one slot. And as I have said this for the 100th or probably the 500th time this afternoon on the stream here, only one team will be eligible to move on forward. Who is it going to be? Which are the 2 maps or the 3 maps that we see to be played by both of the teams here? Who is going to walk off with what scoreline in those individual maps? It's going to be a little bit wait, as Team Tamilas, yes, it is going to be between Team Tamilas and Team Fangs here. Well, it's quite astonishing to watch here that both the teams here, Tamilas and Fangs, have the word team in front of them. Well, that's I'd say fair, as you want to be call yourself as Team Tamilas TT or Team Fangs TF. So yeah, that's absolutely fair there. If you are getting the hang of what I'm trying to say, Dinker.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Anyways, it is Team Tamilas versus Team Fangs.
Don't get started, right?
Yeah, it is going to be the finals, Team Tamilas versus Team Fangs, which is going to happen here. Just because Team Fangs have won the semifinals against Mages, Team Tamilas, who lost the finals yesterday in the upper bracket, will be fighting it off in the lower bracket finals. So, Team Tamilas, since they have come in from the upper bracket, they kind of will be. Maybe they'll have a lot more potential to dominate, but Team Fangs, they have just got a dominating victory, and on the back of that confidence, they'll be a force to reckon with. They are not someone that you can play around with. So yes, it is going to be a blast of a game where both these teams will be giving their 100%. Both these teams will be giving their best, and they'll be heading up against each other head to head. And this battle is definitely going to give up some surprising plays to us.
There are 2 ways that the things can go wrong in this particular game here that we are going to witness. Team Tamilas and Team Fangs, we all know they are 2 very strong teams. Team Fangs, however, I'd like to pave out 2 paths for them. Either they're going to have a huge morale and confidence boost. They just come in, they take those duels like they have done in the previous 2 games here. They move in, they take down Team Tamilas like they have taken down Team Mages. However, it's not going to be the same, because Team Tamilas, they are individually very, very good players. They will be winning the duels when it comes to be, a Rafa against Rafa against Smoka, or it's going to be someone else. They will be winning duels. However, Team Fangs, I really, really hope that these 2 wins in such a dominating scoreline hasn't gotten into their heads, because if it has, then it's basically an overconfidential play that you're going to have. However, whatever they are thinking, whatever they are planning to do, whatever their strategy is, I believe it's going to be not so aggressive coming in from Team Fangs here, because Team Tamilas, they know they can predict how the teams are going to function after so much of knowledge gathered, and that's the basics, I'd say.
Yeah, that's going to be the basics. As the finals, they are going to be very interesting. Tamilas, they are going to go at it. They are going to have a wild swing. And as you said, it's the if you talk about the fan following they have, the kind of predictions we had. If you talk about the viewers that came in. With the poll that came in, Team Tamilas was heavily favored there. So they'll be coming in to actually define that. They'll be coming in to show why they have got that kind of fine following, to show why they are one of the most loved teams. So yeah, it's a lot at stake here. Not only the spot in the finals, because if you talk about Team Tamilas, whenever they come in, there'll be a lot of supporters coming in to support them. Team Fangs, on the other hand, they are earning those supporters right now. They are still in the process of going there. So yes, it is a play. You beat those top teams, you get a name for yourself, you get a lot of fans as well. Already, even for the side of Team Mages, I saw there were a lot of supporters for the Viper. Even if he was on the losing side, there were a lot of people who were coming in who were saying like, this Viper is a very good player and he's going to go places. So yes, he has earned a lot of fans here, and it is an opportunity for every player, every underdog who's playing here. It is an opportunity which ESPL has provided to every underdog player in India to show himself, to shine. Like, yeah, I have gotten him in myself, and I'll be one of the stars tomorrow.
Well, Dinka, tell me something. Like, I know it's definitely going to be an unbiased, judgment that comes in after every round or during the entire 2 or 3 games that we are going to have in the later stage of this evening. But tell me honestly, like, if there was one team you had to choose now that has more potential than the other, which team would it be? I'll give you my choice, and after you conclude. But tell me just one team that has more potential in winning. Don't give me any reason. Just name the team.
I mean, who have not qualified or who have qualified?
I'd say who have qualified, because this match I think we will be having in a short while, so it's best not to get something into their heads if they're watching the stream after we conclude here. But let me just say, out of all the 7 teams that have moved in, what do you think? Like, which team has more potential in winning?
Definitely, it's Team Mahi, without doubt, just because of the kind of confidence and the experience they carry on their back. Not only in the national stage, they have gone in to perform on the international stage as well. They have had a lot of experience. They are a team of veterans, I would say. Not only in this game but in the other games as well. So they are a team who have come in, who are together with each other from a long time. So it's very hard to beat that kind of synergy. And yes, there are a lot of teams who are very close to beating that, who are working hard, who are grinding hard to actually match that and overcome that as well, maybe overtake that as well. So yeah, a lot of work is being done. But right now, Team Mahi, I mean, look at the control of the game, look at the synergy they are having, the communication. It's just too good right now. And all the teams, they are working very hard. You have to give credits where it's due. Every team is working hard right now. They are grinding hard to take over them. And I would feel that in if these kinds of tournaments keep going on, the stage will be set for the underdogs as well, because they'll be going up against these teams, and they'll know what they need to do, where they are going wrong against the top teams. If you want to be the top team, you need to beat the top team, and this is what this platform will give you, and this is why all these teams are fighting here.
Well, indeed. And I was having a conversation into the previous stage, I believe in the qualifiers, along with kind of on the desk here, that there might be a new champion coming in. I don't know how, that's possible, because like you said, Team Mahi, they have been on various places and there has not been a single incident where this team has come out and proven to be unworthy of being the champions. We all know that they have lost matches, they have lost games, but overall in a BO3 or a BO5, they have come out as the victors, be it 1 match loss, be it 2 match losses, but they have come out as the victors. Previously, from when the Valorant scene really started to grow in India, I believe from the month of September, it has been quite a showdown that this team has provided. They are the undefeated champions until now. But will it be this particular tournament that a new team is coming out and blooming in front of them? We never know. There might be a new team coming in. It might be one of the former, good teams that we have who haven't been able to do this yet, and they do it again. Maybe it's one of the underdog teams. Maybe it's Team Fangs. Maybe it's Team Tempest. Who knows? Because Tempest, they wanted to take on, remember in the interview, they actually said they wanted to take on the best. They got their chance once. They were not able to do it that time. But if they evolve, if they can improve their performance, and if they can move on forward and challenge this team once again, however, they need to clear, I believe, 1 or 2 more stages before they actually get in there. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting playoffs that we have. However, it's not the playoffs, it's the last BO3 we have, the lower bracket finals of Group D, and it's going to be a very, very astonishing it's going to be matches definitely, because 2 matches at least, so it's going to be a very astonishing thing to watch here.
Yeah, and with that, we'll be signing off, and we'll meet you after a short little break with the next game, which will be the finals.
We are laughing like, all right, I believe we are not going to sign off. We are not going to be allowed to sign off. Well, I believe we need to do it a little bit, enthusiastic way. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in a short while with the next upcoming game, which is going to be between Team Tamilas versus Team Fangs.
Say, oh God, nothing to say. I ain't have words, I erupted in thunder and rain. If your man's strong, then why call me running away? It's just a game, but nobody coming to play. I bless. Rise up, though. Rise up, though. All my people, where you at? Rise up, though. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's up. One time, go get it. It's yours. Let's shot. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Raise up. That's right. Roll with it. It's yours. Let's shot. Come on. With each day, we wake up. Stronger, it's our time now, yeah. Cause we warriors. Cause we warriors. Yeah, let's go, let's up. One time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Cause we warriors. Yeah, we warriors.
Valorant Agents of India. Are you ready? The ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series is a tournament open to players of all skill levels. Whether you are an agent with competitive experience or not, this series is meant for you to test your skills and have fun. Agents will battle for a total prize pool of 7.5 lakhs and the title of Series 1 champions. It's time to power up. Let's break down the tournament format. At the beginning of the tournament, there will be 4 open qualifiers. In the qualifying rounds, players will go through a best-of-1 single elimination, battling their way up the ranks. Those ranked top 16 onwards of the qualifiers will face single elimination in a best-of-3 match. The top 4 teams from each qualifier will earn a spot in the group stage, resulting in a total of 16 teams. These teams will then be split into 4 groups, with 4 teams per group. Teams will then compete in a GSL format, where 2 opening matches are played. The winners will then battle in the winner's match, which will determine who tops the group. The losers will battle for survival. The victor of this match will then battle the loser from the winner's match to determine who progresses further in the tournament. The 2 teams from each group move on to the playoffs, where 8 teams will compete via sudden death, single elimination, in a best-of-3. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be an exhilarating battle of skills, wits, and strategy to win through a best-of-3 elimination process. And finally, we reach the grand finals, where our final top 2 teams of the series will battle for glory through a best-of-5 elimination. Valorant Agents of India, will you and your team be the one that reigns supreme? It's time to power up.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
Users of Roblox are all around the world, and all of them expect the same level of experience.
The success of games is measured by how much can you keep users engaged.
Zoroark's mission is all about player experience first. Everything we do, the player is sort of core to our thinking.
ここ数年で、リッチなユーザーエクスペリエンスを提供するために
If you don't want to worry and you don't want to think about things like asset delivery and the ability to have your connectivity between your devices and your servers as fast as you can, just go with Akamai.
Akamai gets into places and markets that other providers of similar services don't quite hit as easily.
その上で、アカマイさんのシステムを使うことで、大容量のセットを高速に配信させて、いただけているかなと。
The workflow without that, I'd probably have a lot more CDN support because the amount of capacity we'd need from the others wouldn't be there. There's one less problem we have to solve.
If Akamai wasn't around, we would probably have to multiply our team by I don't know what kind of factor and understand what we would need to do to replace what Akamai provides to us.
Can be caught off guard, and he does 1, 2. I don't know how he does it. He's gonna stick the defuse or not, because looks like the Omen is gonna stick the defuse, and it's Kappa to save the day.
This looks like Paradox will be stuck, but he will still get that kill. Flashed by the here as well. The 3K for him, a 4K for him. The Storm Blades come out. Will he get this ace? Yes, he will.
बेहतरीन रन इट व्हाट जस्ट हैपेंड देयर थर्ड किल की कोशिश में यहाँ पे थर्ड किल के साथ क्या रॉसी यहाँ पे गेम खत्म करेंगे बिल्कुल रॉसी इज ऑन अनदर लेवल यहाँ पे फर्स्ट किल निकालने की कोशिश करते हुए रैंडम स्प्रेज आते हुए फ्यूज यहाँ पे एक किल निकालेंगे फ्यूज यहाँ पे 2 शॉट 2 किल निकालते हुए एंड फ्यूज अनदर परफेक्ट
Even did the same amount of work here. Cone will be taking on Mitrasu. Here comes the party there. Pinch. Now, Showstopper is going to come in. Next guy gets shut down. That's going to be another. Hellfighter takes down Jackson work out here. 4 players still standing.
इंसान है वो डेफिनेटली बी की साइड पर ही है लगातार 4 आ चुके हैं फिलहाल यहाँ पर शॉटस्टॉपर्स के साथ में लेकिन कोई डैमेज नहीं यहाँ पर वेस्ट करा दी गई है एक्सकैलिसी के साथ यहाँ पर है मैं रेलिप्रेशन पर यहाँ पर खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं इसी के साथ एक्सकैली का भी शॉटस्टॉपर आता हुआ एंड एज फॉर एक्सकैली एंड अभी आप देख सकते हैं 500 शाइल्ड फिलहाल यहाँ पर ऑफ के साथ एंड कोलैटरल डैमेज वहाँ पर
लेट्स सी व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन इन दिस वन वो लफ यहाँ पे होल्ड कर रहे हैं पोजीशन एक और लफ यहाँ पे एक अच्छी पोजीशन लेते हुए कैमरा से उन्होंने वहाँ पे वीडियो बनाने की कोशिश करी
क्रॉसर बिल्कुल एंगल पे गए बट क्या यहाँ पर प्लांट कर पाएंगे नहीं
यहाँ पे ठीक जरूर किया 2 किल निकालते हैं
Oh my god, the blade storm holds a lot of pressure on the other players of kuch bhi. He connects another. Oh, what is this? But creative temper. Flal is now the game. Pata Sahil is on fire right now. Back to back.
Nothing to say, I ain't have words, I erupted in thunder and rain. If your man's strong, then why call me running away? It's just a game, but nobody coming to play. I bless. Rise up though, all my people where you at, rise up though. Let's go, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, ride with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. With each day we wake up, we get stronger and stronger. It's our time now. we warriors. Yeah, let's go, let's up. One time, go get it. It's yours, let's shine, come on. 'Cause we warriors. Yeah, we warriors.
Valorant Agents of India. Are you ready? The ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series is a tournament open to players of all skill levels. Whether you are an agent with competitive experience or not, this series is meant for you to test your skills and have fun. Agents will battle for a total prize pool of 7.5 lakhs and the title of Series 1 champions. It's time to power up. Let's break down the tournament format. At the beginning of the tournament, there will be 4 open qualifiers. In the qualifying rounds, players will go through a best-of-1 single elimination, battling their way up the ranks. Those ranked top 16 onwards of the qualifiers will face single elimination in a best-of-3 match. The top 4 teams from each qualifier will earn a spot in the group stage, resulting in a total of 16 teams. These teams will then be split into 4 groups, with 4 teams per group. Teams will then compete in a GSL format, where 2 opening matches are played. The winners will then battle in the winner's match, which will determine who tops the group. The losers will battle for survival. The victor of this match will then battle the loser from the winner's match to determine who progresses further in the tournament. The 2 teams from each group move on to the playoffs, where 8 teams will compete via sudden death, single elimination, in a best-of-3. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be an exhilarating battle of skills, wits, and strategy to win through a best-of-3 elimination process. And finally, we reach the grand finals, where our final top 2 teams of the series will battle for glory through a best-of-5 elimination. Valorant Agents of India, will you and your team be the one that reigns supreme? It's time to power up.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
Users of Roblox are all around the world, and all of them expect the same level of experience.
Well, the success of games is measured by how much can you keep users engaged.
Zoroark's mission is all about player experience first. Everything we do, the player is sort of core to our thinking.
ここ数年で、リッチなユーザーエクスペリエンスを提供するために
If you don't want to worry and you don't want to think about things like asset delivery and the ability to have your connectivity between your devices and your servers as fast as you can, just go with Akamai.
Akamai gets into places and markets that other providers of similar services don't quite hit as easily.
その上で、Akamai さんのシステムを使うことで、大容量のセットを高速に配信させて、いただけているかなと。
The workflow without that, I'd probably have a lot more CDN support because the amount of capacity we'd need from the others wouldn't be there. There's one less problem we have to solve.
If Akamai wasn't around, we would probably have to multiply our team by I don't know what kind of factor and understand what we would need to do to replace what Akamai provides to us.
Nova can be caught off guard, and he does 1, 2. I don't know how he does it. He's gonna stick the defuse or not, because looks like the Omen is gonna stick the defuse, and it's Kappa to save the day.
This looks like Paradox will be stuck, but he will still get that kill. Flashed by the here as well. The 3k for him, a 4k for him. The Storm Blades come out. Will he get this ace? Yes, he will.
बेहतरीन रन इट व्हाट जस्ट हैपेंड देयर थर्ड किल की कोशिश में यहाँ पे थर्ड किल के साथ क्या रॉसी यहाँ पे गेम खत्म करेंगे बिल्कुल रॉसी इज ऑन अनदर लेवल यहाँ पे फर्स्ट किल निकालने की कोशिश करते हुए रैंडम स्प्रेज आते हुए फ्यूज यहाँ पे एक किल निकाल के फ्यूज यहाँ पे 2 शॉट 2 किल निकालते हुए एंड फ्यूज अनदर परफेक्ट
Even did the same amount of work here. Cone will be taking on Mitrasu. Here comes the party there. Pinch. Now, Showstopper is going to come in. Excalate gets shut down. That's going to be another. Hellfighter takes down Jackson work out here. 4 players still standing.
इंसान है वो डेफिनेटली बी की साइड पर ही है क्योंकि लगातार 4 आ चुके हैं फिलहाल यहाँ पर शॉटस्टॉपर्स के साथ में, लेकिन कोई डैमेज नहीं यहाँ पर वेस्ट करा दी गई है। एक्सकैलिसी के साथ यहाँ पर है मैं रेलिप्रेशन पर यहाँ पर खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। इसी के साथ एक्सकैली का भी शॉटस्टॉपर आता हुआ एंड